Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a minute, quite a few minutes actually, since we've done the last stream. Does anybody remember what we were up to? Let's have a check. Joining us this evening, well, those who are on time tonight, well done, Anne, is Frank, Jerry, Antoinette, Zap, and the two-headed Anne and Pat. Now, there's a new thing that I can play with. So I can do this because now I can be a big screen. Now, Robbie is on his way. And we desperately need Robbie because he's our rules master, because it's been so long and we don't do this every day. So rules is just something that's a little bit, floaty for us.
Rules, John.
What's that, Jerry?
Rules are made to be broken.
Rules are made to be, well, I don't know about your case, Anne. You worry me sometimes.
You know what? It's like what Doc Brown said. Rules? Where we're going, we don't need rules.
Exactly.
I don't quite think that's the quote, Frank, but
it's close enough. It's
close enough. I think that's coining a phrase. So, so the last time we left, we were all sitting we were on two ships. There was the USS Defiant and the USS Cuchulain working in tandem against some Cardassian ships. Now the guys had managed to destroy one of the lead ship of the Cardassian patrol vessels with a very unhappy Glyn, who ran Glyn Jassad of the Cardassian 7th Order, I think. I can't remember. He was, I don't think he was too happy because he thought he was making friends with Jerry Lynch, but Jerry didn't do anything to stop his ship getting destroyed.
Just working colleagues, that's all, yeah.
He's just working colleagues, So as much as the information as Jerry tried to give, he wasn't too happy, So just coming into the stream just now, we're going to add Robbie down the bottom. Hello, Robbie.
Hey, Robbie.
Good evening, Robbie.
Good evening.
So yes, we have the Defiant. We have the on which. So who's on the Defiant? So Robbie's on the Defiant. Who else is on the Defiant?
Frank and Antoinette.
Frank and Antoinette. So and then Jerry, Zap, and Pat. You're on the Cuchulain. All right. Yeah. So there's a giant spatial anomaly which is starting to not only engulf the solar system, but will expand beyond that and keep going and have, galactic ending proportions of doom and death. So that's not good. So in command of the Defiant is Commander Worf. And he's named Frank and Robbie and crew as his seconds, so they've taken over to their kind of his chief command crew. Worf's not supposed to be in this particular time frame, so he's looking to get home. But there's also not only is there a spatial anomaly of danger, there's a couple of Cardassian fleets on the way as well. So there's all sorts of. So things are not going particularly to plan, and things are not particularly calm either. So at this particular point, there was a mission for. I love Robbie's background. We'll have a look at that in a second. So there was a mission that the guys figured out, which was that they had to take one of the pulse wave generators from the Defiant. Bring it to the Cuchulain, transfer it, and install it into the deflector dish so that the deflectors on the Cuchulain would work as our adage that was used in a previous episode, so that they would look, so it would work like a sewing machine, sew space-time back together. So Robbie and the guys were on the job of trying to get that phase pulse generator, or pulse phase generator, pulse wave generator from one of the Defiance bays. There was a discussion whether or not to tell Worf about it. So they hadn't started the job yet, but do they tell Worf that they're dismantling the Defiant to install a piece? That was a question. And the Cuchulain was doing its best not to get hit and damaged by the Cardassians. And also the spatial anomaly is still an issue. So in the last game, the guys were pretty much trying to take care of the Cardassians. But there's also the spatial anomaly and the engineering jobs to be done as well. So those are the jobs that we're going to start off with. So we're right straight into the fray. Before we actually start doing anything like that, I'm going to go through and ask what other things out of that I have forgotten from this synopsis do you guys remember from the last episode?
We need to get Frank and Jono back in the Cuchulain.
No, we can leave them there. I think,
Nice.
okay, we can. We need to
just
know
John
what
outside.
John is doing down on the planet because he went back to get the McGuffin.
That's right. I'm just gonna check our feeds here. We might get a bit of feedback.
Because he went back.
Who went back where?
I was sent back by Sisko back to the planet. He just went a bit like Q and sent me back with the Waverider. He said he told me that I had left something behind on the planet, which is the Interphasic Generator that I have nicknamed now the McGuffin.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to get you back. We need to get the boys back from the Reliant, is it, or the Defiant?
The Defiant.
And
Whichever one.
Difference of ships there.
stitch up the time at the gap and
Yeah, but before we do, we have to shove something back into it.
Ooh, phrasing.
Well, if it's the Reliant, it might be Genesis.
Well, I was thinking, no.
Genesis
is planet forbidden. We'll help you not.
Shove the Defiant back into it.
Actually, Jerry, you're pretty high up in the Cardassian military. Could you just...
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. I'm moonlighting. Stop it. Stop it.
It's a Section 31 plan.
Yeah.
As far as I remember, we do have to
Which
get
section
the
31?
we do have to get the Defiant back into the time stream thingy.
That's right. Boost your mic there, Robbie. You're a bit low.
Yeah, we need to get the Defiant back to where it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah, so we shove the Reliant through, get our crew back.
We're still not using the Reliant.
Defiant.
Or the Defiant. Whichever one that they're not supposed to be on. And then we have to get those pirates back in, haven't we? That have escaped.
No, leave them. Leave them do their own thing.
We were kind of debating, we would just send the Defiant through and then will that end everything? Or do we have to do something else first?
So.
I don't think so, no.
Who do we have that's on the Defiant again?
Frank and Robbie.
Alpha ship, basically.
Oh, so,
Team
no
Expendable.
drawbacks. Yeah, send it through.
Team Expendable.
Team Pew Pew, we're definitely not going to mess up history.
Remind me to ask Callum what to do next.
I thought we already did.
What? History? There
It's
is
not
history.
written by the winner or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought we could shove the McGuffin through on the Defiant as we're shoving it through the hole, and then we can stitch it up with the column.
Yeah, but is John on the way back yet? No.
I have loads of silicon if anything needs to.
No, the McGuffin is part of our universe, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Just
but we
has to be
already
taken
have
back
one,
off the
don't we?
planet. Yeah, he built another one for this mission.
Yeah, I think we've got a spare Waverider as well as we don't want to. We might as well shove that through as well. God almighty.
Well, I think if we did it in a stage thing, right? If we
Oh
put the
no, we do
Defiant
also
through-
need to chuck the other Waverider through that we don't.
Yes,
that we're not
that's
supposed to
what I'm
have.
Exactly. And so if we put the Defiant through first, give it a head start, then we put the Waverider on autopilot and then send it through.
I think we should keep the other Waverider, you know, I mean,
Well, it's out of time.
you have two, you could always use a spare maybe as the XL yacht or something like, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so
you
hang
gotta
on,
put
we
it, Frank.
have an extra
What are you gonna
Waverider.
put? Was it in a
on
set or
books.
something like? Yeah.
Yeah,
God's
just
sake,
change the name on it, just change the registry.
Oh,
It'll be
that's
grand.
one side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we call
Maybe
it
like
the
red
stamp.
drops off. Pat, get your paintbrush.
But
Yeah, I mean, what's the sticker price on a used Waverider?
You said you were looking for a ride. Yeah, you were looking for a new motor. You said, yeah.
This one's brand new. It just belongs to the USS Equinox.
yeah, that's right. It's a brand new. Sure. The Equinox gets another one anyway because we saw it in the Delta Quadrant. It had a Waverider, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's only been dropped once and never fired, like, you know.
Okay.
How did we see it in the Delta Quadrant? It hasn't happened yet.
yeah, pretty
How
much.
do you know? It's
Pretty
a
much.
timey-wimey thing.
It has happened. It just hasn't taken place yet. or something.
Good point. I like that one, Pat. That's a good one. It has happened, just hasn't taken place yet. That's a good one. Where'd you get that from? Is that from? That's a Doctor Who book right there.
I don't know. I must have read it somewhere.
The Doctor Who quote, if ever I've heard one.
Yeah.
To me.
PJ, one of our avid followers, has joined us. So he's wishing us everybody luck this evening. Thanks very much for joining us live, PJ. I think we got a few people watching live. So say hello in the comments, guys, who's watching live. I think at least two of those people is me checking the stream though. So
Hello in the comments.
Hello in the comments.
Say drop us a line. Keep an eye on what's going on. Those who are watching live. So everyone, it's basically it's your go. So what are you doing? What's going on?
Let's come up with a plan, guys. Board chips. Let's go.
Remind me, John, how much momentum have we got?
Oh, I haven't a fucking clue, dude. So I do not remember.
We have to push everything through.
It's a new session, so basically you have basic momentum.
So I suppose then, since Frank and Robbie and Antoinette don't belong on the Defiant, we should probably get them off before we send it through, just in case, maybe. Kind of a bit.
Please.
Yeah, but it's going to be difficult because the Cuchulain is under attack. Are the transporters working?
Everything's working.
Everything's normal, yeah.
How many enemies or how many hostiles attacking the Cuchulain, John?
So currently, there are 2 Cardassian Hideki class patrol vessels flying around with you guys in orbit.
I thought we got rid of one of ours.
Yeah, so
What's the status of Defiant? Can we not get them to aid the Cuchulain in?
It did.
These guys.
It was the Defiant that destroyed Glyn Jassad's lead vessel. So there's one Cardassian vessel destroyed already. What's that, Zap?
Didn't the Cuchulain get a kill at the end?
We did.
We used our phasers.
Oh, was it the Cuchulain?
After the
Defiant
Defiant attacked. Yeah, so I thought
Oh, okay, guys. Okay. Keep an ear out. Keep an ear out for the delay when you start speaking, because people are speaking at the same time. So just let everyone get a moment. It's just one of those Zoom thingies. So what? First off, Zap, what were you saying there?
I could have sworn we killed 2 of the Hidekis with 1 left after the big battle sequence. Because I think the Defiant got 1 and we got 1.
And
right.
Rob,
okay.
And Rob escalated things mightily by going deep dive into the rules.
Yeah, and the combat momentums and all that constantly going and going and going.
Yeah.
Which we all love.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, Robbie just basically went and got the rulebook and went, yeah. So
let me see let me show you what this
chapter 1. Okay, Grant. Okay, well, I'll give you that. There's 2 ships. I started the review, but a little bit too late that I watched the end of it. Vampire is here. Who's Vampire? Oh, John Hardycombe. John,
yep.
How are you? Good for joining us. Thank you, sir. So 2 ships. So there's 1 Cardassian Hideki class vessel floating around, a giant spatial anomaly, and plenty of people and spaceships out of time that need to be returned to their time frames.
Yeah, well, I suggest that we join forces again to get rid of the Cardassians before we send the ship back where it's supposed to go.
Deploy the Pat cannon.
Where's my shotgun?
One each, left and right. Take a
No, just send Pat over to the wormhole with the
Yeah, I could just seal it up.
Just seal it up, yeah.
Pat just goes to the front of the event horizon with a silicone gun and just goes.
It's all good.
It's a Bob the Builder moment.
Let's keep the Defiant.
Actually, may I recommend, Pat, that you exchange your silicone for expanding foam.
Yeah. Even better, yeah.
Even better, yeah.
There we go.
Let's all just slap a little boxy in there. See that sort of
bring a few self-feeling stem bolts. They always come in handy.
Yeah.
So Pat, your character is just slowly developing into like the Hawkeye of this team, where you just in a backpack you have like different materials for sealing stuff up, you know.
Different canisters,
Yeah,
Why do I
different
think of
canisters.
MASH?
So I love if somebody had some artistic skills and just had an engineer, Pat in an engineering costume with this like weird phaser looking thing that took big canisters on the top of it, and Pat with just like tubes on his back.
Oh,
No, not today, not that one. Oh yeah, the very one. Beep beep beep. You know, or a little mini replicator on his back.
Yeah.
So.
or like Judge Dredd's Lawbringer, with the different.
Yeah. Pat just goes silicone sealant,
expanding form. Yeah.
Okay,
no job
so
too small, no fee too big.
yeah, you don't get paid. You're Federation citizen.
So there's 1 or 2 Hideki class, John.
I'll say just because of Zap's persuasiveness, I'll say that there's 1 left.
Yeah, but 1 left, more incoming. That's what we were worried about the last.
That's
time.
why there's only 1 left.
There is a fleet
Yeah.
coming
And there's not Hideki. There's not Hideki class on the way in. There's Galore class.
in. Who's on the duct tape?
Come on, the more the merrier.
How far out are the
That's Michael.
big fleet?
So that's Michael Nolan talking about duct tape in Pat's repertoire. So rolls of duct tape and different canisters and a new replicator gun be awesome. So okay, guys, decision time. So tell me what you're doing. There's multiple jobs. Instead of just concentrating on, just shooty first to try and get rid of the Cardassians. Everyone should be having a job to do, because there's engineering to do, there's sciencey stuff to do, and there's tactical stuff to do, and there's flying stuff to do. So everybody, tell me what you're doing.
Okay, well, if I remember rightly, I'm at tactical, so I should probably be sort of scanning the incoming fleet and getting an estimated time of arrival and things like that. And having
Okay.
Panic.
So you in a quiet panic. Okay, fair enough. So Pat, you're doing that. So Zap, you're at the helm. Pat, you're at tactical, and you're at the comms and sensors, and Jerry, you're at engineering on the Cuchulain. On the Defiance, for the Frank is at tactical. Antoinette's at science and sensors. Robbie is at the helm. Where is Morgan? Because Morgan's an NPC today. So Morgan is on what ship?
We shoved him in engineering.
So
Or
Morgan ran
to the engineering station, I should say.
Oh right, okay. So Morgan's in engineering on the Defiant. So Morgan is for whoever's going to do the engineering-y stuff on the Defiant. Morgan will be your assistant NPC.
Cool.
All right. So who's going to speak first?
Please, not me. Please, not me.
Well,
Right.
I think Frank is on tactical, so Frank should be like to define
Yeah,
that more.
I was just going to say, I'm tactical. I'm still ready to fire some torpedoes at those
firing on
Cardassians.
the Hideki.
All right. So Frank's going to fire some torpedoes. All right.
Really?
So
And who's at the helm? Robbie's at the helm. All right.
I am indeed. I am. Before Frank fires torpedoes, though, I am going to do attack pattern. O'Brien 3-4.
Okay.
Mother of
You're not going to do
divine. Tell me what he's
You
doing.
not just say Boimler.
That's the boiler maneuver.
Yeah.
For
I thought
God's
you were going to
sake,
do like
Frank.
Ortega's Omega 31 or something.
It is daring and security.
Player. That's
Daring
weapon.
and con.
Daring
Daring and con. Daring and con is 14. Assisted by the ship's weapons in con.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weapons is 13 and con is 1, so 14 for both. Cool. My
And the
D20.
Defiant, yes, you have the Defiant there.
I do. That's 1 success and 1 complication.
1 success and 1 complication. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Dear.
And 2 successes, so it's successful. It's a
No,
difficulty of 1. So sorry, difficulty 2.
So
so
on my screen,
successful.
Robbie, you rolled a 20 and a 2.
Yes.
Do you have damage to make it to 2?
Hmm?
Or you have
I forgot to put in the target number, which is 14.
Aha. All right. Okay. Right. So, how the fuck did you? Sorry, I just seen the wasp after getting in. I don't know how.
Successes. So the attack pattern is successful, but there is a complication there as well,
There's
John.
a complication to the okay, cool. Frank. Frank's rolling for his weapons, which is control and security, and he can be ably assisted by the ship for weapons and security. So if somebody wants to roll the ship, the ship's weapons and security is 8
15
plus 2. Oh, he's on the Defiant. Sorry, yeah. Looking at the cool.
And your difficulty has been reduced by 1, Frank.
Okay. So rolling 2 d20s.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put that there, and I'm going to put this over here where I can see it easier. There we go. All right. 16.
So the ship has rolled no successes.
No successes for the ship.
Frank has rolled 2 successes, though.
Ah, Frank's done 2 successes. So,
point of momentum.
What? Well, no, not quite yet. So, Frank, what were you firing?
Torpedoes.
Torpedoes are a difficulty of 3 to fire.
Reduced by 1.
Reduced by 1, so that's a difficulty. So there's no momentum on that one. But you do get to successfully fire your torpedoes. All right. So,
you get anything?
So weapon specific dice. So the let's see here.
4 challenge dice plus the, I think it's your security rating as well.
Yeah,
Frank.
that's right.
So what's your security rating, Frank?
Security rating? Yeah, I just have a look. Security is 2.
So you're
2
rolling
plus
6
4.
dice. 66.
66.
66. 66. 66. 33 and a third.
Move ships, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Fact. So, for 66, Frank. So that Anne rolls a d20. Why?
Oh shit! I hit something by mistake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Roll your 66, Frank.
I don't know. I just got to fucking do that.
66. Okay, 1 second. Let's see.
They've updated Roll20. It's shite.
It's all dark teams. You can turn that off with the moon on the side. And see the little moon.
So, Frank, you've got a 3 is no damage, a 4 is no damage, a 5 is
delta.
1 damage in effect, 2 is 2 damage, so that's 3 damage,
Nothing.
4 is no damage, 2 is 2
4.
damage, so 5
5 damage
damage.
and an effect. 5 damage and an effect, yes?
Yes, and the effect is vicious.
Vicious.
Oh, sorry, it is calibration high yield.
Tell me we blew them out of the sky.
1 sec.
High yield. I don't have high starship damage. Yeah, I don't have high yield on my end.
Oh, sorry, vicious.
Vicious. The attack inflicts X additional damage for each effect roll. So that's 6 damage.
So it's vicious 1, yeah, 1 extra damage.
1 extra damage. So minus the resistance of 2, so it's 4 damage. That doesn't quite make a breach. Excuse me. And this guy hasn't been touched yet, so his shields are offline, and that's 1 damage. So reduces shields. Yep. So you've knocked his shields offline. Well done, Frank.
Can we do it again? Can Cuchulain hit them?
No, it's our turn's over. It's John's turn.
Jono.
Huh? Sure.
Cuchulain have a go.
It's John's go first.
It's my go.
After John's go.
So obviously,
Someone gets to go next as the Cardassians.
But it's 2
Do I
teams.
get to go pretty go, John?
what do you want to do?
I was just going to launch a probe towards the wormhole.
You already have a probe out there.
We already have a probe there. Any suggestions, guys? What can I do from the science?
Spectral analysis.
I'm going to do a spectral analysis.
Okay, roll for sciencey stuff.
Sciencey stuff.
Not really sciencey, Jono.
Reason and science?
Reason, yeah. I have to find the sheet, sorry. There's.
Assisted by the ship's sensors and signs, which is not good.
Reason and science.
Yeah, it is a battleship.
Yep, it's 9.
2 dice.
Well, is that my ship? No, it's a Defiant.
The ship does not get a success.
So you got how many successes, Antoinette? 2? 2 successes for Antoinette. So that's good enough. So when in your spectral analysis of the spatial anomaly, you can you pick up a high amount of chronoton radiation, but that seems to be mitigated by tachyons. So it's a bit of a clusterfuck of spatial anomaly that's tearing open subspace, and beyond the event horizon, the ship's chronometer can't seem to get a lock. So beyond the event horizon, its space is just different. You can't. It's not settling down. You can't see. You can see beyond, but it keeps changing. So you can't get a hold of it. It's turbulent in there, but you see that a ship could easily pass through, and with the right modifications to shields, a ship could safely pass through. Where they'll go, you don't know.
Could we get both ships to remodify our forward shields and our shoreward?
Is it your go, Robbie, or Jono?
It is, Mike. Well, Antoinette was like the Defiant was going, so everyone on the Defiant has done their job. I just want to see if there's any more questions from Antoinette.
Nope.
No. Okay. So it is my go, and weapons and security. Weapons and security is 9. No. Okay. So that is a single success, and I shall suspend a threat, and I shall get another dice. Oh, that's great. So lovely. And right. So the last Hideki class vessel, it fires its weapons, which haven't been damaged yet. So it fires its spiral wave disruptor at the front at the Cuchulain. All right.
Cool.
So that's six damage dice for the spiral wave disruptor, and that is 6 damage. So that is for the Cuchulain. That is resistance. Oh, I have a note here that did someone reinforce the Cuchulain's? I have somebody put +1 to the resistance of the Cuchulain. Can you remember what that was?
We were restoring power, weren't we?
Evasive maneuver.
That was an evasive maneuver. Okay.
Their evasive maneuvers gave them +1 to the
right.
resistance.
Okay. So that's not for this game. That's gone away. So that's 3. So that's 3 minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Your shield minus 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your shields are down to 30%.
Okay.
We need to reinforce our shields, so there's,
Well, maybe will we give them a few torpedoes first and then see about reinforcing the shields?
Yeah, I think, fire some torpedoes.
Well, don't forget, guys, that because there's 4 of you, Zap is flying the ship, Pat is firing torpedoes, Anne's on the sensors, and Jerry's in engineering. All right, so, it's like all 4 of you get to do something.
Yeah, and you can fire away at Pat. Yeah, okay. I'll roll for engineering, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll fire, which is less difficult, phasers or torpedoes?
Phasers are easier.
Phasers.
Yeah, but
phasers are difficulty too. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rearrange everybody's screen so everybody who's on the same ship together is in kind of the formation that they should be in. Zap there, there, and there. Okay, great. And then I'm just down the bottom of my own. Okay.
The only thing as well, Pat, is bear in mind you have limited firing arcs on your torpedoes because you've only got torpedoes on the forward shields on the forward arc.
Forward arc ship. This is true.
You can fire forward torpedoes that way.
Pointy end toward enemy.
There is a power drain with phasers that you don't get with torpedoes, isn't there?
Give me a minute.
Phaser damage. It's unless it depends on on the specific phasers. So the phasers are versatile. So the phaser arrays are versatile too. The photon torpedoes are high yield photon torpedoes. So the attack. So with phasers, they attack several targets. They attack several targets at once. The attack automatically affects any character or damageable object within reach of the initial target. That's person to person, so that's not really helping.
Hang on, sorry, I'm just looking for the actual
knockdown piercing. Yeah.
Well, we're looking confident now. That's actually
Starship common momentum spends host tasks difficulty table.
Phaser bank is PPUs with phasers is. Where's my combat tasks?
Here we go.
Go.
Yes. All right.
It's just control and security difficulty 1, from what I can see.
Okay, that's for phasers, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. My control.
If you want to target a specific system, you add a difficulty.
And if your helm goes on an attack pattern, it reduces that difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if yourself and Zap work together, so that he goes attack pattern, Zap 1 or whatever, and then Pat goes, I'm going to shoot this, and you're working together for a common goal, then Zap can reduce the additional difficulty you get for targeting a specific system.
Let's do that, Zap. Do a cool attack pattern. And I will follow up with
sorry. My apologies. Attacks using energy weapons have a basic difficulty of 2. Making an attack with an energy weapon has a power requirement of 1 and may spend up to 2 additional power to increase the damage by 1 challenge dice per power spent.
Okay. I think I'll stick with torpedoes then because we might need the power for the shields.
So your current power is 6. All right. The total on the Cuchulain is 9. Your current power is 6.
What's our shields?
Your shields are at 30%.
Yeah.
Again, Jerry, don't forget you can regenerate shields and/or regenerate power each turn.
Okay. Well, I just rolled there with 1 success, Robbie.
Yeah, but you have to wait and find out.
Okay. So Zap does an attack pattern then, and I'll follow up with torpedoes.
Okay, and then we'll move on to Jerry and Ann and see what they're up to. All right, Zap, off you go. Roll your attack pattern, whichever one.
What's that? Control and con, is it?
Attack pattern is daring and con, difficulty 2. And if somebody wants to roll for the Cuchulain, you're assisted by the ship's weapons and con.
Okay.
Which is 10. So who's rolling for the ship?
Attack pattern pointy.
So 1 success, not enough, Zap. You could, and you don't have any momentum. You could give me a threat and get yourself another dice.
Well, hang on. The ship has to roll.
Ship hasn't rolled yet.
So I'm rolling 2d20s, target number 10. Isn't that it?
Wait. You haven't successfully attack pattern yet. We have to roll.
That's for the ship. I'm rolling for the ship this time.
Oh, just one d20 for the ship.
1d20. Target 10.
And target number 10. Okay, 1d20.
Nope.
And that's
attack pattern is a fail.
No, it is. That's successful.
Sorry, I hit the wrong.
No, he's rolled a 9.
Oh, you've rolled a 9.
So that is a success.
So your energy.
You're in the wrong box.
Yeah, you filled in the wrong information in the website.
Special.
You pulled Jerry.
Your torpedo weapon attack is now reduced the difficulty by 1.
Ooh, splendid.
Fire torpedoes.
Okay, so let's have some torpedoes. Sorry, I'm just muting the show. So torpedoes are control and security, isn't it?
It is. PPU is. Too many reference sheets. Fire weapon is control and security assisted by the ship's weapons and security.
Cool. So my control and security is 17. So that's 2 dice for me. Now we have no momentum. I can give you.
But you can be assisted by the ship, can't you?
Yeah.
You are assisted by the ship's weapons and security.
So that's 1. The ship will give us 1
I
dice.
could give John a trash as well, so you can get.
I was thinking I could give him a threat. Yeah, it's just like momentum.
Just give him a threat. It's
No,
only.
threat
Give
to
him a
Donna.
threat.
Come on, give John.
It's okay. He's only
Look at
started.
that. I can't say no to that
4,
face. Give him a
6,
threat.
8,
I
9,
can.
8, 10.
2,
4,
Let's
6,
threaten
8,
Jono. Come on, let's
10,
threaten Jono.
Okay,
12,
so that means I'm rolling 3.
14. He's only started off with 14 threats, so you know.
He's got 14. He's got far enough. No.
Okay, so that means I'm rolling 3 dice. Target number 17.
Yeah.
All good.
All right. You're
Trying
rolling.
to look like Gollum.
Okay, here we go. Roll them bones.
So what system are you targeting?
3 success.
3 successes.
3
Awesome.
successes.
Try for Jono.
So that's at least 1 momentum for you lot.
You're firing phasers or torpedoes?
Torpedoes.
Torpedoes are difficulty 3. And then did you target a system?
No, it was just a general.
Okay, so then you gain your momentum. Okay.
Yeah, and the ship has to roll yet, so the ship needs to roll.
Oh yes.
Weapons and security.
So right, so I need to roll 1 for the ship, and its target number is what was it again?
Weapons and security. For the Cuchulain is
Weapons are 10.
10.
Okay, so I'm rolling
10 for
1
the
dice.
Cuchulain.
1 dice for the ship. Target number 10.
Yeah. Who's rolling that?
Pab is.
I can do it. I have it set here.
Yeah, I don't have weapons.
That's not.
No successes for the ship. All right.
1
so 3
momentum for
successes.
the Cuchulain crew.
1 momentum for the Cuchulain crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Fly up.
So roll your d6s for
Cool.
your high yield torpedoes. 5 damage.
Okay. With
Uh,
no target number.
What is it? It's 5 challenge dice plus Pat's security rating.
My security rating is 5.
So 10 challenge dice.
I'm rolling 10 d6s.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, I like
Joy-
this a lot.
This
why
is what
Pat's
happens
sitting
when a
in tactical.
security officer fires weapons.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I like him with
So-
security.
10 d6s, no target number. Oh, here we go. Roll them ball. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so that is. God, I have to write this down now. So that is nothing.
2,
2, 1,
1,
1,
1.
1 and an effect.
Yeah, nothing,
Nothing, 1 and an
One,
effect. 2,
2,
1
1
and an
effect.
effect. Right, so that is, and they're high yield.
Yep.
High yield torpedoes do what, Robbie? Rule player.
If it manages to cause a breach to one system, it causes an additional breach to another system.
Hey.
All right, so looks like you're going down that road. So 2, 4,
Did you
6,
give him a
8, 9, 10, 11. So 11. His shields are already offline. Resistance is 2, so that knocks it down to
9.
9. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then so that is.
If it causes a breach to one or more breaches to a system, it inflicts an additional breach.
Yes. So that is 1 breach plus 4 damage. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the breach is so roll Pat, roll a d20 to see what system you affect.
Okay, 1d20.
Yeah. 1d20. What system do you hit?
Okay. It's a 5, whatever that is.
5. 5 is engines. You knock out his engines.
Yay.
We're gonna have
Right, so he loses lose 2 power, so he's down. That's 1 power. Damage system.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Repair difficulty is 3. Okay, so his engines are down to 50%.
So, if the total number of breaches to the engines is suffered is equal to or greater than half the scale of the ship, John, the system has been significantly damaged and increases the difficulty of all tasks that involve or are assisted by the ship's engines by 2 until they're repaired.
Damage system's difficulty is +2. So his maneuverability is difficulty +2. His complications are 19 or 20.
Yep.
If I elected to repair, the difficulty increases by 3.
Yep.
One more breach, and he cannot generate any more power, and his engines are dead in the water. Because 2 more breaches to his engines, he'll have a warp core breach. All right.
Cool.
I know where we're going.
Can we open
concentrate anyway, Josh? That's where you concentrate, Pat.
Can we open the channel to the Cardassians and let them know I have a job lot of silicon I can let them have cheap?
The hell with it.
All right, so what are you doing? So, Annie, you doing that out of your chalice?
What? No, I'm not. They're not getting fucking nothing off me. Excuse my language. Right.
I think it is Christmas.
I think Anne's going to be working for the Fenris Rangers in the future, not Starfleet.
Yeah, no, they're not getting them. I was going to continue monitoring, looking for Jono and intership traffic at the moment, because Antoinette has learned a lot of things that we are not privy to, apparently, and I think she needs to continue monitoring. We need to continue monitoring, because I suspect that changing horizon at the event horizon is like a scrolling of time. And if we are going to insert the Defiant back into its own timeline, we have to find the right point of insertion.
Oh, yeah. Like that TOS.
Am I correct, Jono?
That's some nice reasoning there, Anna. Very clever. I like that a lot. Well done. That's some excellent.
City on the edge.
You know what, Anne? And gain a momentum for that.
Nice.
That was good, Anne. That was good.
Look at you with the cleverness.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the first thing I think I need to do is...
So you guys have 3 momentum, just so you know.
Are we going to spend the momentum, guys, on that?
No, you gained the momentum for Anne's excellent understanding of the situation. By the way, guys, ship to ship is working, so it's Starfleet communication, so ship to ship is working.
But I still need to know where you are, Jono.
I'm on the planet underneath a blanket of shit, so you can't get to me.
Yeah, but we need to know, are you getting out to us?
Sure, we can.
How do we find that?
We can't contact them, though, sure we can.
I found my hat, by the way. Look at it.
Yay!
Nice.
That's another tank. NX-01. Timey-wimey.
Okay. So, what can I do to assist to continue? I need to continue monitoring for the correct insertion point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, if you want to do that, that's a specific task. So we'll give you you give that a work situation. Okay, so you're going to have to go through that whole building up your successes in scanning, because it's like trying to figure out a mathematic equation. Trying to figure out it's not quite maybe the use of the word harmonics isn't right, but finding out what the actual frequency. Is it going back and forth between, is it a linear progression, or is it bouncing around? Is it completely random? Can you influence it with any sort of exotic particles yourself? All that kind of trying to figure that out will take a couple of goes. So we'll say that's a work order of, help me here, Robbie.
3, I would say. It's an extended task of 3, I would say.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with Robbie on that. So extended task of 3, okay?
Right.
So that means that you have to build up your successes to an extended task of 3. Okay, so you can take your first go right now. You can also coordinate with Antoinette using the sensors on the Defiant, which aren't as strong as the sensors on the Cuchulain. So the Defiant would have an increased difficulty, being not a science ship. So the Cuchulain would be the Cuchulain is a science vessel. The Defiant is a battle vessel. So the Cuchulain has the advanced sensor suites, the double deflector dish, because you know and this is where this will be a benefit for you. And with the Cuchulain being the replacement for the Oberth, all these panels under here, these are all scientific sensors, as well as the main dish and the secondary dish. Okay.
Okay. Can I ask one question? Do I need to task for this to get the answer? I need to ask Antoinette, is she seeing the same thing on the event horizon as the Cuchulain is, given that we're at different spaces and distance from the anomaly?
I would say you are, because you're within the same range. Like, you're flying around each other. There's 3 ships there. There's the Cardassian, and you're all in the kind of the same battle in front of the close to the event horizon. So you're not going to have a different set of sensor data. Your sensors are just a little bit more sensitive than Antoinette's. Okay, but Antoinette has cleverly launched a probe. So Antoinette has a probe sitting close to the event horizon. So she's getting comparable readings from her probe being closer.
Would it be worthwhile us launching a probe as well, Jono?
Well, no, there's no point, because the Antoinette was getting the data, which is relaying. So it's a Starfleet probe, so you're going to be able to get the same signal from.
She's relaying the data to us, isn't she?
Well, the probe, you can also read the probe's sensor data. You'll have the Starfleet codes and the frequency to get that sensor data as well. It's just been launched from the Defiant.
Okay, I need Pat to give me a hand now, because I can't seem to look. I can't seem to get my D4.
Over here.
Yeah, where is it? Yeah. Yeah, no, I did that and I hit it. Oh, there it is. There was a delay on my system. So sorry. So to start my extended task, what do I need to do, and what do I need to get?
Okay.
So you're talking on this. You're looking at delving into the depths of this anomaly to figure out what the heck is going on. Yeah.
Yes. So that we can insert a Defiant.
You are looking at reason and science. I would say, John, difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's science and sensors. Or computers and sensors.
It is reason and science. Yeah, it is reason and science. And as to the difficulty, you could, I will allow, if you want as well, whatever you're rolling, Anne and Antoinette can be assisting each other by communicating separately in their consoles as well. So I would reduce that difficulty down to 2, Robbie, simply because they're working together.
Yeah.
And taking the probe. There's a nice picture of a probe. Oh, can't do it. There's the probe. No. Computers, their probe. Yeah, so internal system character nominates a single ally they can communicate with and assist the start. Yeah, so you can do that, all right?
Okay,
and it's ships, sensors, and science.
Or computers and science for the analysis, John. Because we already have the data. You're more crunching the analysis now at this stage.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
Finding out if it's linear.
So your target for the Cuchulain is 14, guys.
Okay. Focus is on.
Now, Anne, have you any focuses or talents?
Yes, we're looking at them now.
Looking at them.
I have
now reading character sheet for influences and focuses.
No, focuses I have linguistics, shipboard, tactical systems, transporters and replicators, computers, survival skills, and composure.
So your computers will help you with the analysis.
Yeah.
Not the sensors.
Yeah. No. Well, this is the thing. You're doing an analysis of the data, so that's somewhat good. Yeah. Let me have a quick look at Summit here, because Focus is 100.
So if when she rolls, I think if she has an applicable focus, if any of the dice are equal or less than the discipline used, I think it's 2 successes, isn't that it?
Correct.
Something like that.
Yeah.
In
I'd have reduced difficulty by 1.
Hey, listen, I have brain farts. They're called moments of actual brilliance. That moment has passed.
You've used up a whole week's
A
worth.
whole week's work. Well, I love the look on your face, Jana, when I said it.
Can we have that in English, please? I like that.
Okay.
Sorry, it is.
I love the patch on your hat, by the way, Zap.
It's
Oh, yeah.
gorgeous.
Oh, the Buka badge, cool.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing it today.
I need to get a cap because I have a patch for that too. Yeah.
I
What?
started a patch wall in my Jeep as well.
Oh, in your Jeep. Very nice.
Yeah.
It just sticks to the head cloth. It's just the right fuzziness that you can just.
Great. I must do a patch wall as well with all the patches we've done over the years.
Yeah.
Page 79. That's what I was looking
Oh,
for. Yeah.
Frank, you've got a visitor there.
Be back in a second.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So how are we getting on there, Robbie? What are you looking up, by the way, just so you can?
The exact wording of this. So basically, if you have a focus, Pat sent this to me the other week, and it's basically if you have a focus, it reduces. If your focus is in a particular area, you are able to use that focus to basically, if you roll under, it's a bonus momentum regardless.
Right.
Can you remember what it was, Pat? It's page 79 you sent me in the rule
Page
book.
79, page 4, I think it is. If there's an applicable focus, then each die that rolls equal to or less than the discipline being used scores 2 successes.
Yes. So,
My brain just bled out my ears, man.
basically, the disciplines you're using here, Anne, is your science. So what's your science score?
My science score is it science and reason?
Yes.
Yes.
But you just want the discipline for
Just need to know what your science score
Science is 2.
So if you roll any of your d20s rolls under a 2, it's 2 successes instead of 1. So instead of rolling a 1 to get 2 successes, you can roll a 1 or a 2 for 2 successes.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So I'm still rolling 2 dice, d20s. My defined reason and science is 13. Right.
Bear in mind, you have 2 momentum or 3 momentum?
3 momentum.
Oh, let's spend a momentum.
So get an extra dice, spend 1 momentum.
Yep, because that'll bring you up to 3 dice.
Gary?
Yeah. Go ahead.
And Antoinette, you're assisting, so you're rolling 1d20 reason and science.
Okay, here I go.
And the same again, Antoinette. You focus in computers, don't you?
I do, yeah. That's what I was just going to say. Do I still get my extra dice for that? I do.
2 successes, Anne. Congratulations.
So difficulty 2, the task is passed.
1 success is 20.
And a complication.
Complication.
Oh no, Antoinette, you should only be rolling 1d20 because you're assisting.
Oh, that's what I was just saying. Do I get my dice because I'm have my thingy?
Roll that again and don't roll the complication this time.
Yeah, that was
again. What's my target for the science and
whatever your reason is like.
Reason and science.
Well, actually, hang on, we're okay because if there's a complication, it'll happen to the Defiant. We're in a Cuchulain, so it's okay.
Success. One success.
1 success. Well done. I'm amazed that you rolled a 15 yet again. So
buy a lotto ticket tonight.
By a lot, yeah.
Definitely not fudging
so that
that roll.
means that task has been successful.
Correct.
Okay,
And
so
the difficulty, John, was what? 2?
it was reduced to 2. It was originally 3.
So therefore, you've also banked a momentum for the Cuchulain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the momentum you spent, you immediately got back.
Yeah, exactly.
So you still have 3. Good.
So that's a work order of 3, Robbie. So she's got to do that 2 more times, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well done, now.
1 success.
So you gotta
Now.
do that 1 more time or 2 more times.
2 more times. My brain is going.
Jerry. You
Jerry,
can fix shields.
something.
Jerry,
I have.
Jerry, fix something, would you? For God's sake!
I have already rolled.
Control and engineering with a difficulty of 1.
And so roll again, Jerry, because I missed it. So roll again.
Okay, I'll roll again.
Yeah. Control and engineering.
Yeah.
And you're assisted by the ship's structure and engineering.
Structure and engineering.
So no successes.
Oh God.
No successes. Yeah.
Well,
so
then
Jerry
you can't be
got
assisted by the ship.
absolutely nothing going on there. So Jerry, and you've spent a power to do that as well, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, I had done earlier. I did get a success, so but that doesn't count.
No, regenerate shields doesn't cost, does it? Regenerate shields, difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's structure and engineering plus 1, difficulty of shields of 0. Regenerate shields isn't a power cost.
Is it not?
So what am I rolling for? So
that's why Robbie's here, because I don't read the entire set of the rules. I'm here to tell the story.
So Robbie, I rolled for. Sorry, Robbie, I rolled for control and engineering.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
So your target number was. What's your control and engineering put together, Jerry?
11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no successes.
No successes, Jerry.
Okay.
Don't feel bad, Jerry. You're probably more familiar with Cardassian systems.
Yeah. Give it over. Any options, guys? We need to get our power back up.
Okay, Zap is gone.
All right. So on the Cuchulain, so that's you fired the torpedoes and started a very complicated sciencey thing, and Jer attempted to repair something and failed. So it's back to me. So He did. He did the zap, another zap maneuver. So my Hideki class vessel is limping along with barely anything left in the tank, but still giving its all. All right. So come on, boys. Oh, thank fuck for that. Right. Right, so they fire their spiral wave disruptors. No, they don't actually, because I need to spend some threat. So let me just have a look at my stack of threat here.
The stack of 15 threat.
Hang on a second. I just said 1, 2.
For God's sake, you're like Scrooge or like Dickens, for God's sake.
I warned you.
It's okay. This means he rolled so badly that his 2d20 missed, so he has to spend threat to get 3d20 to try and hit you.
I'll be over here in the corner reading this month's copy of I Told You
So
So.
that's just me. That's
Can you send that around to everybody? Yeah.
That's just me spending 3 threat. Okay.
Oh, 3. Oh, he's only 2 extra.
6 threat. That's me spending 6 threat.
Oh, he's getting 3 extra dice. It's fine.
So let me just dig out some more d20s here.
Oh, are you putting the other ones in dice jail? Are you, John?
Actually, a friend of mine, I told the lads when we first started, a friend of mine's over from the States, and he got me the nice Star Trek dice.
Oh, cool.
So here we go. Now, come on, lads, actually do something. And that's 2, 3. Cool. Right.
Well,
good lads. Well done. They actually managed to do something. So they rolled to hit, and they hit. So that would be the spiral wave disruptor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again on the Cuchulain. I'm not even bothering with the Defiant. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Yes. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage.
Oof.
9 damage. So
3 to the shields and 6 to a subsystem.
Yep. And so
sorry,
that's
9 damage total, John. Sorry, is it?
9 damage total. Yeah.
So you've got 3 resistance, brings it down to 6.
6. Shields are offline, and then you're down to 3 damage.
3 damage to a system.
Yeah, 3 damage to a system. So your system is your weapon system.
Yes,
No
it's not
way.
the end.
So your weapon system is 3 damage. It already has 3 damage.
So it's 1 breach to the weapons.
So you have a breach to the weapon systems. All 6 points of your weapons have been hit. And yeah, so your weapon system has got a breach. All right. So. Okay.
Alright, so whenever a weapon system suffers 1 or more breaches, it disrupts those functions temporarily until the tactical officer performs the restore minor action. The ship cannot make any attacks, and nor can it attempt any other tasks which would involve or would be assisted by the weapon system.
There you go. So weapons are currently offline.
Awake.
They've knocked out your targeting scanners.
And you can hail the Defiant if you want. You know.
I think
so.
yeah, and hail the Defiant said we're in trouble.
Hailing
Help
the
us.
Defiant, Colonel Robbie, please can you just maneuver the Defiant between the Cuchulain and the Cardassians, and please blow them to bits. Thank you. We'd appreciate it.
Thank you for contacting the Defiant. Your call is very important to us. Have you talked about your extended warranty yet?
You're number 69, are you? Or number 69?
All right. So yeah. So your weapons are offline on the Cuchulain. Don't let them hit the sensor systems though, because you kind of need them. Right. Okay. So that's actually like this young Glyn in charge of this patrol vessel is actually very good. So that was me, and back to the Defiant.
Right, Robbie, off you go. Do your magic.
So Robbie, are you swapping places with Frank?
Yes.
Frank?
Well, I think we should do another attack maneuver that you did there. We'll fire again. We need to take these guys out.
Yeah.
But I think what Robbie was saying was that if you swap places, so if you take the helm, Frank, Robbie has a higher security rating than you, so that means he does more damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right.
Robbie, fire everything you got.
So minor action for you guys to swap seats.
Do we even need to swap seats? Because they're LCARS consoles. You just switch it to the weapons tab.
You get up out of your seat and you swap. It's better for Frank to be able to look out the window when he's driving.
Make sure the indicators are working.
Oh, sorry, Frank. Frank should be here. We need to Robbie. You should send your virtual background to Frank now.
The Fine French doesn't have windows.
Yeah.
Oh. Right, Frank. Do you want to do attack pattern Boimler 2-7? You asked for it.
Let's do a squiggly bit here and there.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what attributes do I need for that? Let me see.
So for flying the ship,
It's daring and con, difficulty 2.
Daring.
Power requirement 1, and if I remember rightly, John, we have 9 power. We've spent 1 already. The last attack was with torpedoes, so that wasn't a power requirement.
Yeah. So the Defiant has
8 power, if I remember rightly.
you have the Defiant there. I don't.
Yes, we have 8 power at the moment, but this is going to cost us 1. Frank, I need you to get us right in behind him. Sorry,
rolling in.
I need you to get us, roll in, put us between the Cuchulain, but flip us about to put the cannons facing him.
Yeah.
All right,
Right,
so
there we go.
this is a specific. So are you targeting a specific system, or
Nope.
what he's doing? No, just shoot the ship. Shoot something.
Hit the ship. Shoot success.
And you're
Can we
firing.
use the momentum, or can we not use a momentum to target specific system, like the engine?
We don't have any momentum.
Okay.
Can you not take some of ours?
Don't think you can do that.
You can. Of course you can.
Okay. Frank, do you want to...
Common pool of momentum, let's say.
Well, I'll tell you
two
what.
successes.
So,
Frank,
two successes, and you're assisted by the ship's weapons and con.
So somebody roll weapons and con for the ship.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, you're down to 8. Yeah. So
8 power.
So attack pattern. It feels like there's a power requirement 1. So you're down to 7 power.
Mm-hmm.
7 power.
242, sorry. 242. Sorry, I don't have about 9 million pages I'm flipping between here.
Yep, it's okay.
I have them on my second screen.
Excuse me.
So it is. What did I say? Weapons and con for the ship. Weapons is 13 and con is 1, so 14.
Weapons con 14. Yep.
The ship rolls a success, so it's 3 successes. So brings us up to 4 momentum total.
Yay!
4 momentum.
Cool. Okie pokey.
Oh. All right. So well done. You do your attack pattern. Boimler 27.
So that reduces the next attack difficulty by 1.
Yeah. Right. So, who's firing? So, Robbie, you're firing. What are you firing? What weapons are you firing?
I'm going to use the calibrate minor action.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to launch a spread of lovely white glowy quantum torpedoes.
Quantum torpedoes.
Fireworks!
What's the what's the difference between the quantums and the photons? Have you got that?
Yes, they have a calibrate minor action required to fire them before you can actually pew-pews.
Ah, right, okay.
So, and they're high yield. So
high yield quantum torpedoes.
So it is control and security.
But I like it.
Mm-hmm. Control and security and weapons and security from the ship.
Control and security is 15 for me, so that is 15 plus 2d20, and I'm gonna spend 3 momentum to get an extra. 1 momentum to get an extra dice.
Okay, 1 momentum, extra dice.
So it brings us to 3 momentum overall.
Yeah. 3 successes.
3 successes, and the ship goes pew pew.
Boom.
Pew, 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 pew,
And the ship
pew.
is weapons and security. Weapons and security is 13 plus 2 is 15. That's handy. 15 plus 1 is roll. 2 successes from the ship, so that's 5 successes total. So that's 1 momentum that I spent back plus an extra momentum, which brings us to 5 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 4 plus my security rating is 9, John, if I remember rightly. Okay, 96. Sorry, guys. And 96. Boop. Oh, okay. Oh,
So that is
1, 2,
3, nothing.
3.
4, 5. Delta, nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what does high yield give us again?
If the ship suffers 1 or more breaches to its subsystem, it suffers an additional breach.
Ah, yes, okay. So, the Hideki class vessel with a resistance of 3.
No. That's a bit pants.
Resistance of 2.
Sorry, it's the ship's security skill, not mine.
Yeah, so resistance of 2. So that brings you down to 4 points of damage. And 4 points of damage. So roll for the system you hit.
Oh, 1d6, yeah?
You roll 1d20 for the which system?
D20. Okay.
Yeah.
Boop. 18.
18, which is their weapons.
Yay.
So
Yay!
their weapons are down to what are the
Zero.
weapons down to? Their weapons are down to 33%.
Cool. I shall be back in a few moments, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So my weapons are down to 33%. No breaches there.
Well,
Okay.
that sucks.
After all that hard work.
After all that hard work, yeah. No
Frank?
breaches.
Yeah.
Incoming communication from the Cuchulain. Can you maneuver the Defiant between us and the Cardies, please?
Yeah. We need you to support us
I
while
will
we repair our weapons.
definitely try it.
Okay, you have the helm, don't you?
So Frank's gone already. He's just done his tactic. He did his attack pattern to help Robbie. So it's Antoinette right now. So Antoinette.
The task that Anne was doing, can I do part of that task from my ship, so she doesn't have to do? So when she goes now,
You guys can work together. Yep, that's no problem. So you're going to be doing reason and science tasks. With the ship
I have
sensors.
my computer expertise as well, so I get an additional dice for that.
Yep. Alrighty.
And then Anne can assist then as well, can she?
No, it's either the ship or Anne.
Oh, okay.
So you
ship
can use the ship, then when it comes to my turn, I can use my ship to assist.
Yeah.
And we get more done.
That's my role.
Are you focusing on any particular question, or are you just assisting?
Well, if she wants to help you complete the extended task that you're doing, then to cut the time used for the extended task, then it's exactly the same question as you. So she's working on your mathematical equation. If she goes and does something else, it's a whole different thing.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so
I got 2 successes, and then I'll roll for the ship. What do we roll for the ship? I haven't rolled the ship yet.
The ship is sensors and science.
Do we know what they are for the ship? Sorry, I don't have the sheets.
The ship's sensors and science are sensors are 10 and science is 4. So it's 14 for the ship. So who's rolling for the ship?
There, I rolled for the ship. 1. So I got 3 successes in total.
3 successes in total. So well done. So that's completed the second round of tasks.
So I've only got 1 more to do.
1 more to do, and yeah.
Perfect.
1 more to do. Okay, well done.
Thank you, Antoinette.
Teamwork.
So teamwork. That's what it's all about. Communicating and working together. That's it. Brilliant. So my go.
Oh no.
So the Hideki class vessel goes again. Spends. Let's see what we're going to do here.
27 threat that you guys gave them.
What was you guys?
Hey.
Yeah, I thought it was a team.
I'm not ready for the same.
It's you guys, yeah.
Yeah, I must say thank you so much for just all that threat. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. Do anything without you guys. So it's really appreciated on the side of the Cardassians. They would like to send out a special message to Lieutenant Lynch.
You get money,
just by turning up, you got threat.
Me out of it.
Who's going to get Lieutenant Lynch is going to get he's going to get the award of straight to the rank of Glyn as soon as everyone gets back to Cardassian Prime.
I might as well, because this team aren't behind me at all anyway. The corner
yes,
there.
we are. We've got the gun at your back.
In the corner there, yeah.
All right, so so after spending some threat, that they successfully get to fire their spiral wave disruptor.
I thought they didn't have any weapons.
No, the weapons are down to 33%, which means that it's more difficult to fire the weapons.
Crying out loud.
So does that make the task more difficult?
It is. So I mean, I have reduced. This is now my threat level. It's significantly lower.
Don't be laughing too much, guys. We've no shields.
So,
I know. We're fecked. That's why I asked them to move in front of us.
Are shields offline? I thought they were 30%.
Our
No,
shields are 30%.
shields
Shields are offline.
Shields are gone from the last
The
attack.
last one.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, you missed.
Shields are offline.
So didn't miss.
You still
One.
did.
Absolutely wrong.
So minus
Yeah, he didn't take his hits.
-3. So
Robbie, come back and save us.
Please.
20 weapons.
What the hell is wrong?
And now you've taken another 2 damage on your weapons. So your weapons are at -2.
Well, that's not correct.
So your weapons, your weapon systems, if you don't repair them, they'll get destroyed.
Zap, ramming speed.
No.
No, Zap.
So
Carrier.
anyway, so that's hang on, that's 1, 2, 3. That's cumulative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1 breach on your weapons. 1, 2, 3. So that's
You already have a breach on the weapons.
yeah. So there's a breach on the weapons, and another 2 damage. There'll be another breach on the weapons. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. So you 1 breach on the weapons and another hit to the weapons, and you will it increased difficulty of 2, and then the repair difficulty would be 3, and there's complications on 19 and 20, and also where's Robbie? Because Robbie needs to roll a his complication on his, he disappeared before the end of it, but he needs to roll for his console exploding.
Again?
Here we go.
There's Robbie. So
Sorry,
Robbie, I need you to roll a physical dodge because of your complication. So roll a physical after all that damage that you did do to the ship. Your console overloads, and you need to dive out of the way.
We need
Fitness
help
and
Robbie.
security?
Shadows being extremely heavy and
Security, yep.
Fitness and security, 15.
Right. So roll 2 dice, 2 successes for this because you've been concentrating.
Want to use the momentum?
I'm going to spend the momentum
Spend the momentum.
for...
Kirk dive roll.
Yes, but I want to... So my security console is about to explode, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. As I'm diving out of the way, John,
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 3 momentum for this. I would like to smack the fire button on the phasers.
Oh, yes!
Okay.
So, spending 2 momentum, or sorry,
Yeah.
3 momentum for 2 dice. I'd like to use 2 of my dice for my dodge, and 2 of my dice for my attack with the phasers.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't
love
mind
when
taking the
tank comes
increase.
together.
All right. Go on.
I don't mind taking the physical damage myself. So,
So
when you
it's
figure
an
the
increased
effort-
difficulty, to do this to both actions.
okie dokie.
All right. So increase the difficulty of 1 to both actions. So you're getting your free dodge to
Yep.
see to dodge roll to see if you can actually get out of the way, but you're making that more difficult because before you dodge, you're trying to fire the phasers. So roll to fire the phasers first, and then
Right,
or
I'm
roll
gonna
to see if you can.
I'm going to put 2d20 into the dodge.
Right.
Right.
It's a dodge with an extra maneuver. So yeah, that's a difficulty 3, my friend.
Okie pokey, I'll put an extra die in. Do you know what? I'll spend... How much momentum have we got, guys?
You've 2
How much
left.
have we got, Zap?
You've 2 left.
You have your determination, Robbie, still as well, I think.
I do.
Oh, I
Well
lied to you.
well done, Antoinette, for remembering
Well
that.
done, Antoinette. Come on, Alpha Shift.
Okie dokie. So,
This doesn't
Considering-
work, Robbie. Can I have your stuff?
Mainly your notes on this game because it's awesome.
one of my focus is shipboard tactical systems. one of my values is there's always a backup plan.
Okay. I've also got a determination. Q is a good friend of mine. Wesley Crusher is also one of my best buddies on speed dial.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my determination.
There's a time dilation effect on the ship that I've,
sorry. Determination. 87 to 88. 87 to 88. Let me just look at something real quick. Sorry, guys.
It's hilarious.
John,
like he's looking at nothing.
You should not put these challenges in front of me. So, a character's values can help in a difficult situation. They often provide an additional push to succeed as the character's convictions drive them to achieve more than they might have done otherwise.
Okay.
Whenever a character is attempting a task for which one of their values would be advantageous, they may spend 1 point of determination. The point of determination spend provides one of the following benefits. A perfect opportunity. A point of determination may be spent to grant the character a single bonus d20. The bonus d20 differs from most and is considered to have already rolled a 1, which is 2 successes.
Sorry. Right. So you've already got 2 successes. All right. So roll to get your momentum back.
So 2d20, target of 15. 2 successes, so that brings us to 4 momentum total.
Yep.
So that's
4 momentum. You hit the phasers.
So I'm spending 3 momentum to get 2 extra dice, which brings us to 4d20 for the phasers.
Okay. So spending those 3 momentum, 1 momentum left.
3 successes on the phasers.
All right. So successfully fire the phasers.
And the phasers. I'm assuming we are so versatile. 2. Because I'm assuming we're still facing the Cardassian ship with the cannons.
Yeah.
So the versatile 2, which means we get 2 bonus momentum back for a successful task.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, John.
Fine. As long as we break it down.
I don't know if I say that enough.
This is like for anybody watching. I think there's like 2 people watching live. This isn't a game of Star Trek Adventures where it's all nice and
this
fun.
Is a game of chess.
This is a game of maths. Hi, welcome along today to Star Trek Maths. Today we will be learning about addition and subtraction within the parentheses.
Base damage of the ship is 3 plus the weapon, which is 2, plus the ship's security rating, which is.
Somebody put like Einstein on a blackboard as their virtual background.
Robbie, do you need to take off your socks to count that?
Yes, considering
don't let him lose his train of thought. Like I've given up. I'm just going to see what number he comes up with.
It's 11d6 damage.
11d6. Well, fucking roll 6 damage. Jesus Christ.
It's okay,
right,
John.
What have we got?
I'll do the counting. So it's 1 damage plus an effect.
1 and an effect. Nothing. 1 and an effect. Nothing. 1 and an effect. Nothing.
1 and an effect. Nothing.
1 and an effect. 1 and an effect. Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 effects.
Yeah, but they're only phaser cannons, so the only effect that they have is versatile.
So that's just momentum.
They're dead.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So minus the resistance of 2,
which brings it to 5 damage,
which is a breach. All right. So roll to see what system.
What's
D20.
the complication? Because if they have 1 breach, they have 2.
No, that's for high yield torpedoes.
Oh.
I wish, Anne, but I've already gotten away with enough as it is.
Well done, Robbie.
19. So again, so you hit their weapons.
Yay!
Which were already down to 33%.
The weapons were already down to 33%, which means that it was 4, so that's 5. That's a breach. 1 breach on the weapons, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 breaches on the weapons. So they've 2 breaches on the weapons, and yeah. So if you can, so you still need to. Their weapons are offline.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not destroyed. You still need to cause another 2 breaches to destroy them.
I'll settle for them being offline for our next go. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So after all of that, if I go,
I love you, Robbie. I don't know if I say that enough.
okay.
Romance.
The structural integrity is actually down to 66% as well. So.
Sorry, who?
The structural integrity.
Yeah, I may have been reading up on the rules a lot recently.
Oh, that's good. At least you have been. So let's see now. So it's my go, and I get to try and repair my ship, which means that see here, and then so I get that. So the captain, and then I go that. So I'm going to do that. Give me this. Oh, hang on. And I need to sound reference. Where's my engineering reference? 30.
Hey, Jono,
That's
just
me.
in a point of order. How many threat do you have left?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Robbie's already worked it out.
There you go, Robbie. That's funny.
Don't forget the commanding officers get to do stuff every turn as well, guys. So just don't forget that.
Oh, but by the way, Morgan, can we have some more power, please? Because we're like down to 6 or 5.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Morgan didn't actually roll in any of the other.
Yeah.
So he needs to.
I could roll for Morgan.
No, you can't.
Yeah, Jerry could.
No, he can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's on a different ship. Morgan's on the other ship.
Is he?
Yeah.
Morgan's on the Defiant.
Oh, okay.
And nobody.
Where's Laura actually?
Huh? Flora Christopher will be on the
Which ship is
Defiant.
Laura on?
Flora Christopher's on the Defiant. So nobody has been doing the other job. Because Robbie's been using the phaser cannons and stuff, nobody's been disassembling them.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Because is Morgan not doing it down in engineering?
He should be, but nobody's taking hold of that. So
why are we disassembling the phaser?
Because we need the
We need the sticky Eddie thing from the QP machine to do the flippity bloop.
Generator.
Yeah.
Hang on, we need the. Yeah,
We need the kinetic dynamo. We need the kinetic dynamo from the phaser array to hook it up to the pulse wave generator to create an inverse tachyon field. To I don't know. I'm just putting random sci-fi words together.
Inverse tachyon pulse.
No. It doesn't need to be inverse yet because we haven't decided. We haven't found out because we're actually doing that extended skill to find out. Because at the moment,
we're surviving.
Done now.
Hang on, though. Some of the shuttles have a phaser. Can we not take the?
No, we need.
No, it has to be the one from the Defiant.
It has to be at the same.
So the message was you need the pulse wave generator. It's specifically because the Defiant has pulse cannons. So it's because you need to create a pulse between the primary and secondary deflector dish of the Cuchulain, so that you can sew space back together. So that's why you need the pulse wave generator.
Has anyone told us on the Defiant this? Yes, they have, because we want to talk to Worf about it.
Yeah, you had the discussion whether or not. Do we talk to
beam
Worf
the stuff
about it?
over? Yeah.
No, we're just nicking it. We're going to get everybody out on the Waverider, get them over to our ship, and then we're going to say, adios, amigos, see you whenever. And we're going to shunt them through. But we need to get your
shields. Okay, so that's my shield back online.
What do you think we're going to need? Yeah, we're going to need.
All right, that's great. So I've done my ship taking care of stuff. All right, so it is back to the Defiant.
Defiant, why?
No,
Sorry,
we call
back to the Cuchulain.
Yes.
And can we send a message to Frank to tell him to maneuver in front of the Hideki class so we can work away?
We already are.
Our repairs. Now, why?
He's already sitting there.
It's still sitting there. Okay.
Jerry, look in the chat.
I am looking at the chat, Anne. Okay.
Thank you.
The Federation chat, not the Cardassian one.
Basically, Jerry, the way things look at the minute, Jerry,
Okay,
is
guys,
you've got the
I think what
Cuchulain.
we need to do is repair our weapon system. I think either a ship or engineering should assist Pat.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I'm going to have a bash at repairing the.
Yeah, I can assist you, Pat, engineering.
Hang on a sec, guys. You've only got one breach of the weapons, correct?
Yes.
I think so.
Then it's a minor action for you to repair them, Pat.
Breach-
You don't
it's
need to
a
worry
breach.
about assistance.
It's a breach and a half.
Yeah.
It's a breach and a half.
So you've got one breach of the minute, which means it's a minor action for you to repair them, Pat. You don't have to worry about extended tasks or assistant.
Okay, I will do that then. Let's get those phasers back, or those weapons back in line.
Now, Jerry,
Yeah.
what exact type of character are you?
I'm engineering.
Cardassian.
Are you an engineer, or are you somebody who's been shoehorned into an engineering station?
Shoehorn.
There's been
That's the
someone
word I
who's been
use.
shoehorned.
Shoehorn. Thank you.
Well,
Robin.
apparently he's the commander of the
I'm also the
beta
commander of Beta Shift. Yeah.
You're a commanding officer. Right.
You wouldn't think
Is your
it.
character security, tactical engineering, the one you started?
This was
Well,
a long
so-
time ago when we were younger.
Jerry,
My assignment,
far away
is,
from
my
this
assignment
one,
is chief
so-
engineer, but I'm command is my character.
okay, so you have two main tasks you can complete, Jerry.
Okay.
CO can provide clear, concise orders and choose one officer currently on the bridge. That officer attempts a single task determined by the CEO. You assist the task using your command discipline, which basically means you can tell, I don't know, Zap to maneuver or
Don't make suggestions because he'll go.
Pat can do extra pew pew, or Anne can do extra science. Or you can do the rally task, in which you inspire the and coordinate the crew attempting a presence and command task with a difficulty of 0. You can generate us some free momentum.
Ooh, free momentum. Momentum is good.
Okay.
But is he not going to be able to repair the shield?
I think our shields are priority, Robbie.
Well, in that case, you can regenerate shields using control and engineering difficulty of 1.
Control engineering, difficulty of 1.
Do we want to spend a momentum?
Do we have momentum to spend?
Now we have enough to spend, Robbie.
We have 3.
Okay,
Let's spend
take
let's spend one momentum, so.
That buys you 1 extra dice.
So you're rolling 3d20.
3
You're
dice.
3d20, yeah.
You are assisted by the ship's structure and engineering, which for you guys is
Structure and engineering.
12.
Right. Pat will roll that one. You just worry about rolling yours, Jerry.
So I'm
Okay,
rolling
I'm about to roll.
Target number 12, 1d20.
12, yeah.
Mhm.
But Jerry needs to roll.
Difficulty of 0, yeah.
No,
Nope, difficulty
Jerry.
of 1.
Yeah, roger that. I'm rolling.
No successes and a complication.
Lovely.
Jerry, what are you rolling?
3d20 plus 1.
Where did you get the +1?
Jerry, if you have your determination, you can use it to re-roll that complication.
You can.
I can.
Let's do that, but are you sure we have to write less than 11 plus
So what am I rolling again,
Yeah,
Robbie?
You shouldn't have that +1.
See
Okay.
the +1, put
Oh,
that
yeah,
down to 0.
that's my mistake. Okay.
Hang on, Jerry.
I'll roll again.
What is your control and engineering? Oh, there you go. There you go.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's bonus momentum. So is that 3 bonus momentum? What are you doing?
No, he's regenerating the shield, but it was
Yeah.
a difficulty of.
Difficulty
1.
of 2, and he's got 1d20.
And I still have to roll for the ship, don't I?
But he used the momentum.
No,
Yeah.
you just
That means-
reroll.
Oh,
Yeah. The
determination.
shields are back to 20%.
Okay.
And whatever momentum you spend,
got
gives
back.
you +2.
Okay. Now, do I need to roll for the ship? Or
No,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just
no.
generated.
How will you roll for the ship, so?
Okay.
Sorry, John. We stay
Yeah.
at the same momentum level. It's plus 2 shields per 2 momentum spent.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Pat, roll a d20.
Okay. Target number is 12. Isn't that right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Complication.
complication from the ship. So realistically, I don't know.
Straighten up and fly right.
Nice, right.
All right. So, Jerry, did you correct your? You did. You could correct your complication, and you successfully generated the shields. So, how many momentum did we generate there? 2.
1.
No, we spent 1. We regained none.
None. Right. No, you regained 1 because you got 4 successes there.
No, we got
No,
2
it's
successes. Disregard the first roll, John. He configured it wrong on the roller.
So he's rolling 3 dice. Yes.
Yes. He spent
Okay,
1
so,
momentum for an extra dice.
Yeah. So no, but he. Oh, sorry. The 16 is out. Yeah. Okay. Now I see.
16, 6, and 1, and
Sorry.
he's got 2 successes from the 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
3 successes. You're right, John. My apologies.
Thank you. So
Thank you.
you get a momentum.
Yes.
You have 4 momentum. You now can spend that momentum to regain better shields. So it's plus 2 momentum.
Sorry,
So-
it's plus 2 shields per momentum.
So success means ship regains 2 shields plus 2 per momentum. So 20% shields every 2 momentum.
So what were the shields down to? 30%?
30%.
Shields were offline.
Right, so that means that the difficulty of the task goes from 1 to 2.
Yeah. You
So
got
yes.
3.
So
you
you've got
3.
1 momentum. Yeah. So we've got 20% shields. Do you want to spend 2 momentum to get your shields up to 60%, guys?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Right, so you have 2 momentum left. So you're spending. So your shields are now at 60%.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, that would actually save us if we get hit again. Okay.
And I don't know if us being in the way of them makes their attack more difficult. That's on
Yeah.
John.
Well, you've still got your shields anyway, so don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Can we, John,
Yeah, but
quick
we're a
question.
very small ship trying to body block you.
Yeah.
What's up, Jer?
Or sorry, Robbie. Sorry, John. Can we get Anne to give a conclusion from the results? She's been cooperating with Antoinette.
I
On the
still have
Defiant.
1 roll to go.
She still has her
Get
jobby
her
to
6
do.
successes there and get that up. Yeah, that's good.
All right. So Anne, you
Make
can
it so.
go. You can go now.
Okay.
Because Robbie, you didn't do your dive roll. So roll for your fitness and security to get away from damage.
I did. I used my determination, which gave me a dice that automatically rolled 1 success.
Okay. All right. So you roll away. That console is now on fire.
Yep. Which means
so there's a fire on the bridge
You need
of the Defiant. Right. So fire on the bridge of the Defiant. Same with the Defiant. So we still have with the Defiant. You still have Morgan's not doing anything. He's kind of just sitting there. The NPC. Nobody's discussed anything with Worf about what you want to do to fix the entire galactic ending situation outside the window. So are we going to move on, or what are you going to do? Because Antoinette's gone. Antoinette has done her help Anne successfully, so that was fine. Robbie's done his thing. He dived out of the way, and so
Frank, you're the boss.
Well,
we
yeah,
talking to
okay,
Worf,
so
or
we
are we
need
gonna try and do
to get that pulse generator going then to try and fix what's going on out there. So maybe we can have a chat with Worf and see if we can get that deployed.
it's not
It's not-
deployed. You have to disconnect it. You have to take parts of the Defiant apart and install it on the Cuchulain. So once you head down to the phaser control maintenance bay to take this thing out, it's going to be a task. It's going to be an extended task to actually dismantle it. I see Pat's been off to the replicator.
He's gotten, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. So that's the
It's up
job
to
that
you,
needs
Frank,
to be
on
done.
whether or not we try to do it with Worf's
cooperation.
It's up to you, Frank, whether or not we talk to Worf or whether or not we do it without the cooperation and try and go around the Defiant.
Well, I mean,
Hashtag temporal prime directive.
Yeah, no, I think we'll try and get his cooperation. I'm sure he's going to be aware of the gravity of the situation. So let's try and convince them, and we should be able to get that dismantled an awful lot quicker than if we're not trying to sneak around.
So I just seen Zap your plan in the chat there. The problem with doing that is half the team are sitting doing nothing. So things can be, people are doing nothing, concentrating on one thing or the other. So sciencey people and engineering people are doing less if we're just concentrating on the battle. So everybody should be working towards all plans at once.
Yeah, so I'm saying if we can get confirmation from Worf that we can dismantle the, that device there, we could send Morgan and Antoinette over to start getting it uninstalled.
Yeah. Okay. So you go up to Worf, and you turn around to Worf. You spin from your station, and between yourself and the rest of the Cuchulain bridge crew, you ask Worf what you tell Worf the plan of what you need. He's not too convinced, especially since he's already breaking the temporal prime directive by being from your future, and you now taking an advanced piece of technology from a future ship onto a ship from the past. So he's not completely convinced. You'll have to do a charisma check to see if you can influence him a little bit more. And also, he being the Klingon that Worf is, he's more interested in destroying Cardassians and having the full power of the battleship behind him than starting to dismantle one of his primary weapon systems. So it'll take quite a...
Well, I mean, I would feel like, I know he's Klingon, but his training with, Picard would have given them a little bit more of an insight into, these kind of circumstances and experiences that they've had on the Enterprise with parallel dimensions and various different, can't think of the episodes now where you see various different warps, but I'm sure he'd have a better understanding of exactly what's going on. So he'd be more open to,
it's all well and good.
Alternative solutions.
Yeah, it's all well and good having this technology, but at the end of the day, he's out of time.
But their previous experience.
He needs to be back in his own timeline. In order to do that, we have to work together. If that means dismantling one system, then he has to be willing to sacrifice in the short term.
But I believe it would. I believe it would be. I believe his experiences like that we've seen in episodes in TNG would make him more open to that type of proposition.
Could we scan the device and replicate
it?
Too long,
not before the Galore is in theater.
You need an industrial replicator at a starbase to replicate this particular type of tech. So it's like there's no rebuilding it or giving Geordie LaForge a call and going, hey, dude, you can bring a Galaxy class starship, but it's an industrial replicator along with you. You need to make some advanced weaponry here. Frank, you're going to have to make a charisma roll. So you're going to have to roll to convince Worf to allow you to go down and dismantle his phasers. He's not 100% convinced. He's getting there. He's listening. He's not dismissing you straight away and just going continue firing. He's listening to you. So he's nodding and trying to consider all the possibilities. So he's open to it, but he's not convinced. So you're going to have to do a charisma check.
Reason and command, or control, insight and command, John.
I'd say reason and command because you're trying to reason with him.
Reason and command.
Yeah, reason and command. And since he's in command, I'd say it's and you're in battle, and it's a piece of technology that you need for the battle. I would say you need an extra. It's an extra point of difficulty.
Make sure you tell him, Frank, that the tribbles will take over if you don't do this.
And we'll ask about soft forehead ridges.
Yeah.
Just tell them we don't discuss it with outsiders.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, reason and command, you said there.
Reason and command, yeah.
Oh, what's the difficulty, John?
I would say it's a difficulty of at least 2 to convince Worf.
Frank spent some momentum.
I think so. That gives me a 3 roll.
So you've got 2 momentum, so you can spend 1, and you've 1 momentum left. Zap.
Okay, spending 1, so I'm rolling 3 dice.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, well done. Look at that. So Frank rolled a 1, a 1, and a 4. So it's 5 successes. So you get 3 bonus momentum. 3. I'd say you have Worf convinced by that roll. I'd say Worf nods and goes, I understand. Lieutenant Morgan, head down to the starboard phaser bay and begin dismantling of the pulse wave generator. So Morgan and who's going to go with Morgan? Is anyone going to go with Morgan?
I can go with him because I can probably use my computer expertise to.
Great. Okay, so Antoinette and Morgan. So Antoinette, you're going to lead this, and Morgan will be your NPC. All right.
Okay.
All right. So that's well done, Frank. That was excellent, convincing. Using your rank with Worf and your negotiation skills, excellent. So you're on so you hop in. It's a 4-deck ship. You're there pretty quickly, Antoinette. So it'll just take you a turn just to get down the ship to that location and pull off the panels. Okay. So we're back to so is that everybody on the Defiant now? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So that is everyone on the Defiant, and back to me. Ha. So let's see.
Well, is there anybody rolling for Morgan as a matter of interest?
He's an NPC, so at the moment, so he's with Antoinette. He's on his way down with Antoinette.
Right.
So and that is no. So all right. So it's on to the Cuchulain, who are currently having dinner, I think.
Yeah, it is delicious.
No.
Yeah.
Right, so Cuchulain,
you know.
So Cuchulain, your shields are back to 60%, and your weapons are offline. So what are you guys doing? What's everyone?
We need to get Pat to repair the weapons.
Yeah, well, I think we're saying I could do that as a minor action.
Yeah, you need to do that. No, that could be your turn, Pat.
Well, if it's a minor action done, I still have capacity to maybe shoot somebody or something.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've nothing to shoot them with.
You've
nothing to shoot them with.
But if I bring the weapons back, isn't that the...
The minor actions to get the weapons back online.
Yeah, so you can restore them back online. So
what do we have?
So they're working again, but you still, another 2 breaches and it's bad news.
Okay. Can we try their engineering?
So another 2 breaches on any system. It's bad news for the Cuchulain.
The other thing I would remind you of is bear in mind any of your attacks are probably going to be more difficult because you've got a Defiant body blocking you.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing any attacks.
So we'll have to move it over the way.
Do a zap maneuver.
I was going to do some evasive maneuvers.
Yeah,
to keep the Defiant between us and also do a little bit of side to side weavy.
All right, so do your evasive maneuvers, Zap, or do your maneuvers, and to stop the Defiant being an obstacle.
Controlling con and assisted by the ship's structuring con, which is 10.
Right. Difficulty is 1 until. Increases the difficulty by 1. It's a power requirement of 1. So your power is down to 5.
And the ship rolls 2 successes.
Two ship rolls 1. Oh, well done. So 2 successes for the ship. Difficulty 1 assisted by ships until the flight controller's next task. All attacks against the ship, all attacks made by the ship, increase the difficulty by 1. So your difficulty is still +1 for firing for the Cuchulain.
Say that again.
So Zappy successfully maneuvered around the Defiant, but because he's moving around the Defiant to get out of the way, he's successfully done that. But the difficulty until the until the flight controller's next task, all attacks against the ship and all attacks made by the ship increase their difficulty by 1, power requirement of 1. So the Cuchulain is down to a power of 5, and your attacks are increased difficulty by 1, Pat.
Okay.
Can we spend the momentum to...
I could, but the normal... Like, they're increased by 1. The normal difficulty was 2, was it?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Pat.
So now
Pat.
3. Yes.
Listen to Robbie, Pat.
Oh, I
Listen
to
to
Robbie.
Einstein. Boimler's rubbing his head.
If you want, rather than firing your weapons,
Mm-hmm.
you can modulate shields.
Okay.
If you were successful, you would add 1 resistance plus 1 per momentum spent until the ship suffers 1 or more damage. So your resistance is currently 3, which basically means if the Hideki gets really lucky and does manage to hit you, it would knock out 4 damage before the calculation even starts.
Ooh. I'm really glad I thought of that. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, I think let's go with that. Does he need to be
You
assisted?
did
by
do
the
it
ship
the
or
last
anybody
game
else,
as well.
Robbie?
All right, you did do it the last
Fair
game.
play to Pat, that was good. You can-
And we have momentum to help with that as well.
Robbie, the unsung hero.
Robbie, do we need a
So-
ship or anyone else to assist him?
It's
But
control and
he's living up,
security.
to his t-shirt. Like, just telling you this is the way to do it.
Mm,
How do you want to do this? Well, let's just ask Robbie.
yeah.
It's a
And we
control
have
and
no-
security. Right, so it's control and security assisted by the ship's structure and engineering, which is 12.
Okay.
So
So,
difficulty. So it is a difficulty 2 base.
We have momentum to assist.
We have
Plenty of
4.
momentum at the moment.
so my control and
4.
security.
No, you
is-
have 6.
Oh, we've 6. Oh, even
Spend.
better.
Spend a Pat.
Okay, and it's a difficulty 3, isn't it? So,
Difficulty 3, yes, to do a difficulty 2 task for the moment.
Okay, so that means if I spend 1 momentum, I get 1 extra dice. If I spend
3 momentum, you get
3,
2
you
extra
get 2
dice.
dice.
3 momentum, for 2
You get
extra
3 dice if you spend all 6.
Bear in mind, you will be assisted by the ship.
dice. Okay, well maybe we'll keep 1 momentum in reserve. I'll spend and get
Spend 2, yeah. Spend 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want 2
spending-
extra dice?
2
Spending
extra.
3 momentum.
3
3
momentum.
momentum. So you're down to 3 momentum. 3 momentum left because you're spending 3.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
Pat, roll 4d20,
Uh-huh.
and you're using control and security.
Okay, control, security, which is 17, 4d20s. Okay, here we go. Roll them bones. Oh, crap.
2 successes, Pat.
Application for Pat.
That's okay.
But the point is, the task is successful, and the ship rolls.
But has Pat used
success.
his determination yet?
I haven't.
You
Well,
can
it's too
spend
late
your
now. I should have
determination.
called it beforehand, shouldn't I?
Nope.
No,
You
determination,
you
you
use your
spend it.
determination to get rid of the complication.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Cool. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, so you 2 successes for the ship.
3 total.
3 total, so you successfully fire. Very well done. All right, you
No.
fire.
We modulate
Modulate
shields.
shields.
Oh, real? All right, so it means +1 resistance, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
Right.
we've spent 3 momentum. We've gained the
that.
momentum back
All right.
because it's a difficulty 3 task, is it?
Difficulty 3 tasks.
Where's the extra difficulty coming from? But okay. Sorry.
Because we were damaged? Or because
No, it's
because I'm maneuvering the ship.
yeah.
Oh, well, this isn't an attack,
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not.
No.
so it's
No.
difficulty 2. So that's 3 successes is +1 momentum.
Right. Okay.
So 4 momentum total. Now
You got 4 momentum. Yep.
you can spend the momentum and increase the resistance by 1 per momentum spent. We've got 4 momentum available.
One.
Well, yeah, that'd be good then, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
it.
think we'll go with that. Yeah.
One.
Spend
So,
one more.
John, the Cuchulain's resistance is now 5
5.
until the next
Right.
attack.
Right. Okay.
Damn, we rock.
We rock so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Thank you,
This is-
Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, you fly a science ship the proper way, and it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
sometimes I feel that the rest of us are kind of superfluous. All we really need is Robbie.
Yeah, but I'm getting the
Thanks,
feeling the right way is away from the enemy.
Yeah. So do I. So do I. On so many levels.
All right. So, Anne.
Attack maneuvers,
Right.
Monty Python. Run away!
Right. I have. Tell me I have momentum.
You
You
have,
have
3
4
momentum.
momentum
Three.
and play with.
No, we have 3, John.
Okay.
We spent
3?
1 to increase the resistance of the
Ah.
Cuchulain.
We have
thank you.
3. We have
That's
3.
3 left.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, I need to
See,
spend
we're
1
honest about it.
momentum because I need to complete this task. I have questions I need answers to.
Yeah.
The answer's
Or
42.
one more round of successes to complete your extended task, Anne. Yeah.
Yeah,
Spend
so
one.
it is a 3. What is it? It's a level 3 task, isn't it?
Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Now, this is our last round.
Yeah.
So I need to get 3 successes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm spending 1 momentum to buy an extra dice.
One extra.
And just spend it all.
Yeah.
Just spend it all and roll 4.
They all have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, it's important that we finish this. We have to shift this. So
So
Yeah.
do I have enough with 3 dice to get another 2?
Yes.
No, you've enough with
We've
3
enough
dice to
momentum
get
to get-
2 dice. So you
We've
can
You
get
have
4.
2.
You
get
can roll
2,
4
which is
if we spend all the momentum when we should.
Okay, so
Yeah, roll for it.
I'll be guided by you. Okay, so I'm doing rolling 4d20.
40-20. See how many successes you get.
Now I'm being assisted by the ship on 1.
Computers and engineering, isn't it? Or computers and science, John,
Sensors
isn't
and
it?
science, and it's 14.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll roll for myself first.
I shall roll the ship for you.
2 successes. Oh, yay, ship.
Robbie, 1 success.
Well done, thank you, Robbie.
Excellent.
Well
Right,
done.
so I now have the answer to the following questions.
What's your
Don't
question?
die, Jono.
Why is it always 42?
I know that, John. Or Zach. What time intervals are the repeats to the event horizons? How long do we have to the insertion of the Defiant before the window closes again? And where the heck is Jono?
Yeah.
Okay, so you because you're being focusing your all your sensors on the anomaly with the help of Antoinette and her space probe, level 1 probe. The answer to question 3, you don't know, because the same situation, you cannot penetrate the atmosphere of Felina 2 to see where is Jono.
Okay.
So Jono is an unknown. Now. The answers to question 1 and 2, even though in your timeline the Enterprise hasn't come across the Iconian Gateway, just for the ease of description, we're going to say that it's the anomaly. The time behind the anomaly is seems to be working by the
Is it linear?
it's jumping back and forth, but there seems to be a pattern. It's jumping back. It's not going to the same point all the time, but it seems to have a linear pattern. You can see by your calculations as well that perhaps with the use of exotic particles, you can control the extension or control the amount of linear time or the amount of your time that another time frame is exposed for travel.
Okay, so I can extrapolate from that, John, that once we install the pulse wave generator on the Cuchulain, we can use tachyon energy we can actually use that to put tachyon energy into either positive or negative tachyon energy into the breach to extend the time frame that we have that we can insert the Defiant back in.
Yes.
We can extend that window by using that pulse wave generator.
Yes.
It's uncanny. That's exactly
No.
what I was
So you can with the ship systems at the moment with the with your main deflector dish, you can affect the times. You can stretch the time windows when they lock with your main deflector dish as it stands at the moment. The pulse wave generator is needed to seal the breach.
To close it behind them.
Right.
All right. So you need the pulse wave generator, as Zap says, to seal up the breach.
So we could use our ordinary deflector shields.
Yes, we can use the deflector dish to pause the time frame we want to send the Defiant to, and then once they go through, we use the double dish to close it.
Perfect. That answers all the questions. That's the next phase that we need to do. That's what we need to move on to.
In order to do that, we have to deal with.
Oh, let's get rid of the Cardies first.
Yeah. And get this done before the fleets come in.
Exactly. We're on a timeline now.
But if the Defiant goes through to the other side,
it's out of time.
Yeah, but presumably there'll be another wormhole or rupture or whatever you call it on the other side. Could they not seal it from that side?
How are they going to seal it from that side unless they take the Waverider and the doohickey gone?
Oh, they need to doohickey.
They do need doohickey.
They have They have two doohickeys.
Okay, so we're only taking one.
You're only taking the starboard doohickey. You're only taking the pulse wave generator from the starboard.
Okay, well then Frank
pulse phaser array. So they still have one, but the problem with the Defiant is they only have one deflector dish.
Yeah, we have two.
We're the only ship that can physically do it.
Okay. We need to coordinate with them what they need to do, the modulation frequency they need to put on theirs so they can seal it from their side.
They can't do it from their side.
They can't do it from their side.
Only the Cuchulain can do it.
Only we can do it.
Okay, but do they not need to seal it as well?
No, because they entered through the Bajoran wormhole that you don't know about.
Okay.
Okay.
We don't need. They don't need to seal that, or hence,
or
hence the entire DS9 does not exist.
So we need the other doohickey from the Defiant.
In this current timeline, we know about the wormhole because we've been there.
Yeah, but
we're out of time.
Officially,
correct. You guys know about the Bajoran wormhole.
We know about it, but the rest
officially
of the universe doesn't.
Yeah.
But we're out of time. Yeah.
We know where they're going, where they came from.
So to summarize, we need the doohickey from the Defiant to link with our what's name so we can seal the oak.
But we have to do Marvin the Martian and make the Cardassians go kaboom first.
Yeah, we need to make them go kaboom
Can you boost
first.
your mic, please, Zap? You're quite low.
Can we?
I love the way Zap boosts his mic by just going closer to mouth.
That's how I fixed mine.
That's the way it works. Either that or I end up shouting. One or the other.
Can we not get to the Defiant to make the Cardassians go kaboom?
Okay, so we have the questions now.
They've got the weapons for it. That's what I'm saying.
They have the weapons. Yeah, let the Defiant
finish the fight first, then dismantle the weapons.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing that now. They've already started.
We've already started. So the Antoinette and Morgan are already on the case of taking one pulse wave generator. Oh, we've lost that.
Can we
So
not
the
have
Cuchulain is now dead in space.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. We're just parked.
We've got 60% shields. We've got weapons.
Weapons have been restored, and your resistance is now 2. No, it's now 5.
And we've got 60% shields, haven't we?
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can somebody give Zap a shot at tricordrazine? Maybe he seems to have frozen up.
There he's back.
Okay, thanks, Zap. I really appreciate that. I love that.
Unstable connection.
Unstable.
But we are actually experiencing a lot of turbulence because of your.
Okay, can we not maneuver the
inertial dampeners need to be applied.
Right. So what's that, Jerry? What do you want to say?
Can we not maneuver the Cuchulain in once more and fire a final salvo on the Cardassian ship? And then if ours is not successful, can we not get to the Defiant to fire a salvo?
No,
On the
the
Cardassian
Defiant
ship.
has quantum torpedoes.
I'd let
she's
them
more
go
dangerous.
first.
Yeah,
Yes.
they go first.
Either or.
So, but we're on board the Cuchulain at the moment. Anne has gone first with her science questions. So she's successfully done that. Zap, Jerry, and Pat, you all still have to go.
But did I not remodulate the shields? I think I'm out of
You did, and you gave us a bonus of +2. So now we're Jerry and Zap. What are you guys up to?
Well, we need Zap to maneuver into a firing position.
Zap is already maneuvered.
Okay, it's just
I did evasive maneuvers on the last run,
Okay,
it's just me,
so I can either continue or stop.
Well, do you need to actually stop so that we can actually conduct a test, maybe, Jerry, on how to pause? What exactly frequency we need or modulation we need to?
Yeah, we can do that. I was thinking that we could. Yeah, I was thinking that we could find out when we're actually going to get this doohickey. You know, what's the time frame on that?
Comms are open.
Comms are open.
So you need
Frank,
to talk
go
to
ahead.
Frank.
You talk to Frank and Antoinette about that.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to Frank.
Well, especially Antoinette.
On our doohickey. Over.
Yeah, well, we need to check with science. I mean, I assume that once it's been dismantled, we can simply beam it across.
Can we beam in a combat situation, though, when shields
Of course you can. But it's...
We both have to lower shields, Frank.
Hmm.
With a Hideki class on our...
No, we can just set both shields to give each other the frequencies, and you can beam through.
Yeah. But you also got to remember that the away team also needs to get off the Defiant.
Yeah, so we need to send the Waverider over, I think, because
well,
the Waverider.
Beam them back as well.
Well, we can't beam into ship when in the middle of combat, can we?
Well, Zap was saying we could.
Yeah, but we need
if you do an extended
shields, extended shields, yeah. If the Defiant does extended shields over us, or vice versa.
Well, the Defiant has a small little shuttle pod. You can stick the crew plus the doohickey into that, and let them drop out of the shuttle bay as they head into the wormhole. We pick them up, stick the doohickey into the whatchamacallit, and do Mary Berry and just fix everything.
No soggy bottoms.
Let's do it.
So, to summarize with Technobabble. To summarize with Technobabble, the crew of the Defiant, the away team, Alpha Shift on the Defiant needs to go and get the pulse wave generator from the starboard pulse phaser cannon repair bay. Take that to the Chaffee shuttle bay on board the Defiant on deck 4. Jump into the Chaffee, which is going to be pretty squishy because it's designed for only 2 people. And all 4 are going to have to, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crew members of the Cuchulain have to jump into a shuttle with the pulse wave generator, launch from the Defiant, fly over to the Cuchulain, dock, install, and not get blown up in the process.
Not at all. No, all they need to do is we have whoever's piloting the shuttle, put everybody else into the transporter buffer in the shuttle, fly over, rematerialize them once they're back on board Cuchulain, and off you go.
So this is a Chaffee. It's a shuttle pod. There's no transporters on the shuttle pod.
Every shuttle pod has a transporter.
No.
Okay, let's go back to the transporter idea. Zach.
Yeah, let's transport.
Once our maneuverings and all that, once we destroy the Cardassian vessel, then we can all lower shields. We can beam the rest of the crew back, and then the 2 people take the weapon system into the Chaffee, drop it out. Defiant goes in. We take it aboard. Rest of the guys put the whatchamacallit into the doohickey, and then we seal the breach while hoping the Cardassian fleet doesn't get here before we do.
Yeah, we'd want to hurry on, yeah.
Yeah. No, Frank.
We want to be gone while they...
I have plans.
Yes, Robbie. I'm just waiting.
And over to Robbie.
I'm all out of stalling. Yeah, go on.
Frank, you being the CEO, currently we have no momentum. Am I right in saying that, Zap and John?
Yes.
0.
Very good. We need momentum. So, Frank, you being the CEO can do what's called a rally task, which is a presence in command, difficulty 0, to just generate us some free momentum.
Okay. Am I ready to roll? And I'll do that.
Now, the other side of it is you can provide
Jerry,
clear and concise orders to one member of the bridge crew. Now, currently, I am not standing at a station because I have Kirk rolled away while pew-pewing, and then my weapons console
by the
exploded.
way, is your bridge still on fire, guys?
Yes.
By the way, I haven't rolled yet, so I can do what Frank is doing.
Yes, you
Exactly. So take notes and shut up and listen.
can. So,
Shut up and listen. What do I need to roll, Robbie?
So Jerry has to roll first, and then Frank can do it.
Jerry,
Yeah.
it's presence in command with a difficulty of 0.
Okay. One moment.
Jerry's rallying the troops.
Rah, rah, Raspitan, rah,
Rally.
Sorry, wrong song.
I don't think Rasputin is the kind of guy you want inspiring people.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Sorry.
What is it again, Robbie? Sorry.
Presence in command.
Presence and command. But it's 17 I have. And how many dice?
Dos.
2.
Sí.
Gracias.
De nada.
Do this, Jerry.
There you go.
I'm expecting an inspiring speech quoting the likes of Surak and great men like Guldu Qasid.
Don't be jealous, Pat. Here goes nothing.
No, timey-wimey wise, we don't know Guldukat yet.
Hey!
Yeah, this whole timey-wimey thing is just...
Jerry has generated us 2 momentum.
Doing 2 momentum. Well done, Jerry.
Now, Frank,
that's all I can say.
you can use the direct task, in which a CEO provides clear, concise orders. Choose one other officer currently on the bridge. That officer attempts a single task determined by you, and you assist the task using your command discipline.
Okay.
So, we need to, in this order, get the pulse wave generator, get our 5 crew to the shuttle bay, get from the shuttle bay to the Cuchulain.
Right.
Are we not going to do the transporter thingy?
There's
We need to
no
destroy
point.
the Hideki first. Because he's going to be shooting at us while we're doing this.
We can leave the
We
Defiant
need
to
to
deal
shoot
with that
something.
as
It's
an
been too
NPC.
long.
Okay.
We currently have no weapons control, and it's a whole thing just to get weapons control to another station. Or I run down to the armory and take manual control of weapons in phaser control.
No,
which
it's
is
just,
probably
we
also
don't want
on fire.
him. We don't want him to suddenly start targeting a tiny defenseless little shuttle pod that drops out.
Well, it depends who's in it.
The doohickey is the most important thing.
Doohickey is a bit important, yeah.
John, how big is the pulse? Or sorry, I'm gonna just calm down. Antoinette, Morgan, how big is this pulse wave generator?
So it's big enough. It's small enough to fit in the shuttlecraft. It's it's a manifold. 2 people can lift it.
I put it to you this way, John. Is it fitting in the little tiny garage behind the seats, or is it taking up a seat on and of itself?
And behind the tiny garage.
Okay.
You can put it in the boot of the shuttlecraft.
Cool. So it's fitting in the boot. Okay. So realistically, we have 4 seats and 5 people.
No, you have 2 seats and 5 people.
It's a shuttle pod.
It's a shuttle pod. The Chaffee is a shuttle pod.
So it's the Ryanair of shuttlecraft. It won't fit.
Yes, the Chaffee has 2 seats, but the Defiant has 2 Chaffies.
That's right.
So we have 4 seats and 5 people.
Mathematics.
This is
All
what
right.
we call Einstein.
So, whose go is it?
So, I think I go, and I went, Robbie. So you are obviously free at the moment. You've rolled away from the console there. So,
So no, hang on a second. So,
any suggestions?
Hang on. So, Jerry rolled for momentum. So that was Jerry's roll. Anne rolled for computery stuff.
It's the Hideki's turn. It's the Hideki's turn before we do anything.
I didn't do it. I was going to stop us and just fly us towards the.
As close as possible to the Defiant.
Zap, you can spend a point of. You can either spend. power of 1 to move anywhere within long range. Or you can just maneuver, which is a free action.
Get close to the Defiant.
Just maneuver, yeah.
Manoeuvre as closely as possible to the side that's not near the...
No, move us away from the Defiant towards the anomaly.
Why?
Yeah. Well, in that case,
because the Defiant is still going to be in combat.
Yeah.
In that case,
you're going to want
you're going to want the impulse task then. So you're going to want to move at impulse, which is power requirement of 1, but opens your range to long, which increases their difficulty of hitting you.
Okay.
What he said.
Because John, I'm assuming that are they using arrays or banks on the Hideki?
They have, well, predominantly they're using the spiral wave disruptor, which is the disruptor up the front. So,
but is it an array or a bank?
Well, that's a good question. What is a single point disruptor? Is it an array or a bank?
I'll put it to you this way:
Does this joke up here?
It fires a beam, so
it's a thing that's just coming out right this way.
The closest analog would be the Galaxy class, yes?
The Galaxy class with the lance underneath.
So the Galaxy class only has phaser arrays.
Yeah, no, the Cardassians are different. Cardassians have disruptors and phasers.
So it's I would say it's a collection of emitters designed to fire in unison, producing a focused beam of energy that can inflict considerable damage.
Yeah.
So it's a bank which has a range category of medium, which means that if you move out to long range, they can't shoot at you.
It's +1 difficulty.
Okay.
I just had a thought.
What?
Uh-oh.
What will happen to all the cars on Earth if we do get working transporters?
They get recycled.
Into transporters, probably.
I use metal to build new ships.
2 centuries away from that, and
anyway, Frank, or Zap, sorry, Scooch. Yes, no, maybe.
So,
yeah, just I'll head us away.
All right. Okay. Spending a power. So you have 4 power left in the ship.
Make ship go, Zap. Good man.
All right. Yeah. Moving away out to long range. Okay. It's my go.
Yay.
Oh, this is the bit I don't like.
I don't like this bit.
I don't like this bit.
My go.
Hide behind the couch until this is over.
I've noticed a pattern to Jono's tactics. Every time we make a move, he makes one.
Copycat.
Now, bearing in mind that Cuchulain's resistance is still 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, 9 ships drop out of warp.
That's not.
No! You really?
6 Cardassian Galore class vessels and another 3 Hideki class.
That's just not fair.
Your communications start chiming.
Better
Off to Robbie.
Okay.
Oh, Jerry, you're in charge.
Yeah, but Anne's on comms.
I'm on comms. Yes, greetings from the USS Cuchulain. How may we be of assistance?
We may be of assistance.
This is Gul Dukat, prefect of the Bajoran station Terrak Nor in orbit of Bajor. We have found considerable amount of energy transferring between Bajoran system and this system. Strange that I would find 2 Federation starships in this region. Surely you are only to blame. You will lower your shields, turn off your engines, and surrender yourselves to us.
Jerry, do you want to answer or shall I?
No. Frank, off to you.
He's on the Defiant.
Yeah, but he's in command.
Frank's the senior officer in the whole system.
With all due respect, we are attempting to fix this anomaly before it grows any further. We respectfully request your assistance with this endeavor. it's going to take all of us working together to create a seam to sew this back together. Will share our data with you. You may proceed to destroy us at your own peril, but we do have the technology to fix this before it grows any further.
This sounds like typical Federation propaganda. The Federation is not the only. This Federation is not the only society in the Alpha Quadrants that can fix things. The Cardassian Union is well able to take care of itself. You will lower your shields and surrender yourselves to us. All your data will be transferred to our memory banks forthwith.
I'd rather destroy the ship first.
Yes.
You want our data?
You want our data? Come and get it.
Come and get
it. Well, with the
I want to work with you, but I'm prepared to destroy it so
John.
you can actually deal with the
And communications. He cuts off communications.
Communications, yeah.
John,
All their phasers, all their weapons are coming online.
Just as a point of clarification, John, are they... So, the Cuchulain is boogieing at full impulse towards the anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then you have the Defiant, then you have the Hideki.
Yeah.
Are they behind, to the side, up elevation, down elevation?
They're all around. There's 9 of them.
Yes, but I'm assuming they approached on the same vector.
Okay,
You've got 3 separate fleets. So you've got 3.
Okay.
Has anybody checked for the Federation ships that we called way back in episode 2?
No. Are they blocking the Cuchulain's approach to the anomaly?
No, they're between you and the planet, but the Hideki you've been dealing with, the Cuchulain and the Defiant are close to the event horizon. The Cardassian ships are all around you.
I think so, Robbie. Why don't we just all rock through the anomaly? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's all go.
Go for it.
Leave them to
Full
deal
speed
with
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
We can close it from the other side.
Yeah.
All right. So
we now know that we can actually stretch the window to any point in time.
Yep.
Hey, there's a thought.
Pat has a thought. Everyone listen.
Hang on.
Hey, I could smell it. Shut up.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's gone again. No, there we go. Well, could we use it like a time machine then? Why don't we go back to before all this mess started?
And reboot, yeah. Just go straight through.
Yeah, but is that one of the time sequences that's flipping by?
Yeah.
Well, that's a point. But if it
if it's on a timeline and it's scrolling through, we can pause it at a timeline, jump through, and then come out before this actually started. Collect Jono and his doohickey before he bloody decides he's going to create mayhem, and put him in a brig and bring him home.
But you're assuming that one of the timelines is before. It could be today, tomorrow, next week. Today, tomorrow, next week. It doesn't go back further.
We know this because we've done all that. He says it's linear, but it's in a pattern.
Yeah,
and we can interviews to stop. Yeah, but we've been monitoring it all through. That's why I did all my shit.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, how far back does the linear progression start?
Well, now, Jono, that's the question.
We didn't determine that.
We didn't ask the question, but we would have it in the data. So you need to tell us.
Hey, John. Well,
must you analyze everything with
no.
Hang on, Robbie.
You can, Anne, on your turn, which it is not, spend the momentum for the obtained information.
Yeah, but
I would suggest that I do that because I have studios and I get to ask 2 questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, John,
I was just going to say that, Antoinette.
Are the Cardassians done with their turn, or?
The Cardassians are using their turn to power up all their weapons and their shields, and the Hideki is limping. He's turning and limping and going to his bigger, badder brother. And
cool.
With a bloody nose and a boob.
So it's up to us now, yeah.
Yeah.
So straight for the anomaly, guys.
Well.
No,
I like what Robbie's saying.
What's Frank?
When he says
I think, like, I mean, you know, it could be just one big bluff on the part of the Cardassians. I'm sure they're not going to want to start a war with the Federation. I say we
We're
just
already at
simply
war with the
ignore them.
Federation in this time frame, Frank. The Cardassians are at war with the Federation. That's the thing to remember.
All right.
And
This is the time of Setlik 3 and all that fun
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Plus it's Gul Dukat. He slept with Kai Wynn. He clearly has shit judgment.
In
Well, he
fairness,
hasn't slept with her yet.
he hasn't slept
That's
with
a
her
bit
yet.
more in the
He
future.
hasn't slept with her yet.
should we warn him?
No.
yeah. Don't sleep with Space Karen. That's not a good
don't spoil
idea.
it for him.
No.
No, do you know
Punishment
what?
earned.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we're never going to warn him.
Didn't he also sleep with Kira's mom?
Yeah. Before. I've done that already. Yeah.
Well, he could be doing that right now. I mean,
Yeah, this
you
is
never
true.
know. But
But then we
yeah.
go back to the question: where is the Federation fleet that we called in episode 2?
They're not here yet.
So, Antoinette,
Sorry,
They're
what
always
was that,
48
John?
hours behind. Shit always happens, and then the Federation turns up later. Oh yeah, we couldn't go fast enough. There was something else.
No, they always turn up. They always turn up at just in the nick of time, which would be right about now.
Yeah, I'm like, why not now?
Everything is the fleet arrives. That's always what happens.
Antoinette, do you want to
Yes.
do
Right
the
about
momentum
5 minutes
spending
ago, yeah.
and get our questions?
Yes. So I will spend a momentum and I get to ask 2 questions because I have studious.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
One momentum left. Zap.
Okay.
What questions are we trying to ask precisely? Because I believe it has to be a precise enough question.
What is
Maybe-
the sequence of the temporal
Yeah.
progression? I.e., is it last week, today, tomorrow, or 20 years ago, 60 years from now? John will have to explain. So, John, this is for your information. This is the obtain information task.
Yeah.
So you must answer truthfully and accurately.
Oh God, come on.
Yeah. Oh, yes. See, I
All
like
right.
this
So,
part.
what's your question?
What is the sequence of the time frames?
So is it
Right.
like 60 years ago, 10 years ago, tomorrow?
So it seems that the let me just check. I'm just going to check here on the
Notes he's just written.
no. Well, I'm checking on the wiki just to be within
He's
as
making
close
it
as
up.
possible, without otherwise I'll have to just make it up. So
You mean you haven't all along? Oh, John!
Fuck's sake, John. Oh.
yeah. So I'm going to say that there's no specific number, but with the dealing with the age of the Bajoran people, the anomaly seems to open up windows from at least 5,000 years ago, right up until the present time and on into the future.
That's not very specific.
No, but I have a second question. We can still ask a second question,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we can try and whittle some more information out of them somehow.
Go on.
More precise information. So is anywhere in that sequence, can we see exactly where we need to be? And
Well, where you need to be is determined by where you want to go.
Jesus, that couldn't have been more of a prophetic answer if you tried, John.
That's a bit general, like.
Are you sure Ira Stephen Bear didn't write that long for you?
Yeah.
Basically,
It wasn't Irish Stephen Bear. It was Brandon Braga.
Yeah.
So where you need to go is where you guys determine you need to be.
We could go to Dallas in 1963, stand on the grassy knoll and shoot a duck.
Okay, so if you need to do that, you're going to have to start making some determinations. Also, now remember that it is a spatial anomaly, but it is only a space-time anomaly locked to this planet, and the other end of the wormhole that you have already surmised is where?
In the Denorius belt.
There you go. So, you know, if you want to go to Dallas in 1963, you're going to have to travel back to Felina 2, 1963, and then warp from the Alpha Quadrant to the Alpha Beta Quadrant border where Earth sits on the meridian.
Yeah, we can do that next week.
But yeah.
After in 3 weeks.
I think that'd be a definite extended task.
So if it takes like 2 weeks to fly on a transport from Earth to Deep Space Nine, and you're in the same kind of region, if not sector, so you would be looking at least 2 weeks to travel back to Earth.
Okay. Robbie.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know, Pinky. What?
I don't know. What are you thinking?
Trying to take over the world.
I don't know, Brain. What do you think?
Okay.
Are we going to go back to the time when we robbed
I've got an
If we go into we use the Cuchulain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, I've made Robbie rub his head with temporal wibbly wobbly type of whammy.
It's a timey-wimey thing, I know. Okay, think with me, right? Remember, I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I have that on video, by the way.
Thank you, that's okay. I'm not the first to say it. We both jump in at a fixed point before the Cardassians arrived. And
I can see cogs turning.
before that initial thing happened, the initial tear, then we have a period of time between the time of the initial tear and the time the Cardassians originally arrived to send the Defiant back, close the tear, and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Can you say all that again? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't blame you. I wasn't either.
I was,
So
and it didn't help.
The issue is, realistically, the Defiant can't close the tear because, well, they have a pulse wave generator. They don't have a secondary deflector.
Yeah, no, but we send them in the minute the tear opens. We send them back in because we know how to pause the tear.
Well, we need to get the doohickey over to
Yeah,
us.
but we'd have time if we went back in time before the Cardassians arrived.
We just went back an hour or something.
Time. This is not the time to talk about the time. We don't have the time.
But we have the advantage. We are closest to the anomaly.
Yeah.
We need to determine when we need to go back to. So basically, are we going to go back a couple of months, a couple of weeks, or just to before this mission actually started?
No, we can't go back
and prevent the mission from happening.
We can't go back that far.
Is that not a bit temporal prime directive?
That's 2-time directive.
Yeah,
we
but we
can
didn't
only go back to
we didn't blow the crap up on the planet.
Started.
Hang on.
We didn't blow the crap up on the planet that produced the timey-wimey wormy holy.
That's too far.
So
That
I'm
was
gonna
Robbie and Jono.
I'm
No,
gonna
it was the
throw
power
this
rate,
out.
guys. If we go back before that and stop the
One at a time, guys. One at a time.
stop
Let each
Jono
other
going
talk.
down with his dimensional doohickey.
So I'm going to throw this out, though. The problem with that course of action is then you run into a causality paradox, i.e., if the reason for you traveling back in time doesn't exist, then do you actually travel back in time to prevent yourself from doing the thing that causes you to travel back in time?
Thus and hence the temporal prime directive, where you're not to affect.
We as a ship and crew are bound by the temporal prime directive, and we are not allowed to travel back in time. We have done so accidentally, but those events are fixed and part of history now. So therefore, we were always supposed to travel back in time to be part of those events.
So that means the sequence of events is we send the Defiant back to her time.
The Cuchulain stays the hell here.
We close there, and then we die. Glorious.
No. We still have a warp drive.
Yeah.
We can close the anomaly.
And 9.5 ships will be firing at us.
And we can
Yeah,
still
but we
run.
warp the
9.5 ships. I like it. There's 9.5 ships pointing all their guns at us.
The best part of it is, though, Zap, they can't fire their disruptors at warp. They can only use torpedoes at warp.
Yes, but they will fire at us the instant they see the Defiant go through. And it reduces Federation ships from 2 to 1.
And also, it means that we're leaving Jono on the planet with the Waverider and the...
But are we? Because Ben Sisko's done weird profity stuff.
Yeah.
Well-
Everything should reset.
If we can't see him, they can't see him. So he's safe there, just floundering around under the things until we can come back for him later.
Yeah, or until he starts to death.
Or the storm stops and he makes it out and kind of finds where we are and meets us halfway.
It's all right. The Waverider has like 15 days worth of supplies on it. He's fine.
And he's by himself, so he can
I've
extend
also
it.
got an interphasic generator, so I can still do an interphasic cloak on myself as well.
There you go. So
Okay,
he's got a
that's
McGuffin to get
Why did
himself
you do
out of
that
the
to get out of
situation.
Right, so go for the easy option, guys.
Yep.
Frank, Antoinette, Morgan, Flora, me, haul ass to Shuttle Bay with the
You
McGuffin.
still have an extended task to get the damn thing out of the shuttle bay, or out of the thing. So you still have to dismantle the doohickey to bring it down to the shuttle bay as well.
Can we not
Okay.
just put
What
the
I'm going to do, John,
Yeah.
and Frank, I'm going to ask for your help on this because you can use your command thingy and we can do 2 of these in one shot. If you direct me to disable the phase cannons and enable the remote decoupling matrix for the pulse wave generator,
That'll work.
Yeah, well, just consider yourself
That's not how
direct.
that works. That's not how that works. You can't just push a
No,
button
that-
and it
That'd
retracts all its
have to
stem
be a
bolts.
physical thing, yeah.
No,
Well,
you
first-
you have to go down there with your hydro spanner.
Ratchet, yeah.
well, no. First, I have to disable.
Morgan's
Antoinette,
already
sorry,
down
just-
there.
Antoinette and Morgan are already down there.
Yeah, and let me see here. Anne,
Yes.
make a reason or insight roll.
This implies 2 things. I have reason and insight.
Insight, reason and insight, and what, John?
Science.
So reason or insight, Anne, which is higher?
Reason.
So reason and science roll.
Okay, that's 13.
What is the difficulty, John?
The difficulty would be 1.
So roll 2d20 and
Oh, yes.
1 success.
I like it when a plan comes together.
It took you a while to get that one.
All right, so 1 success. So, Anne, you, as everyone's making the discussion and fire some memory engrams and stuff, and you're looking at the calculations on the on your board, and you figure that the depth of the event horizon is more than just a pass through. This particular spatial anomaly has the same readings as a wormhole, but this is a wormhole with special special abilities. So it's not a straight through a nanoscopic thin membrane of a event horizon. There's a tunnel to pass through to get to the other side to before you exit it. So you have to enter it, travel through it, and then exit.
Can we turn around in the tunnel?
Now I'm thinking, can we shove them out at a different point in the tunnel?
Can we just run through the tunnel, see it from the other side?
No, if it's tunnel, like, is it okay? Like, is there different timelines along the tunnel?
You can affect with your exotic particles where the tunnel exits.
Right.
So how about we put all the other ships
John.
back?
Sorry, John.
Yeah.
Clarify exactly where we are in the space-time continuum at the moment. Where are we in the DS9 timeline?
It's still Terok Nor.
Right. So technically the Bajoran wormhole hasn't been discovered.
Found. No.
Yeah.
But we know about it.
Yeah.
Beta Shift knows about it.
Because we got arrested on DS9 in the
So-
In the
future.
Okay.
future.
if we use the wormhole to going through plan, if we go in our current time period, but we exit out at the Denorius Belt end and close
Which is
it
going to
behind
be...
us, it gives us distance but not time.
Yeah, but we're
we need
outside.
to define.
We're outside the sensor range of DS9, and there's not any common. There's a load of gravimetric error eddies and stuff in the Denorius Belt, so there's not common patrols in the Denorius Belt.
The Cardassians don't patrol the Denorius Belt, otherwise they would have found the.
So it's a relatively deserted area of space, which means we can get
we
out.
wouldn't have 9.5 ships chasing us.
Let's run away.
Run away at time, yeah.
So if we set the temporal coordinates to now, but we just use the tunnel for.
Well, we first set the temporal coordinates. So first set the temporal coordinates for the defined to go back to its time frame.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then we set the temporal coordinates for us to stay in our time frame, but stitch it closed at the other end. Can we stitch it closed at the other end, John?
You can probably stitch it. Well, you can't stitch it closed at the other end because the guys will, as the guys know now, since they visited the future, it's they've observed enough to know that the Bajoran wormhole at Deep Space Nine is the only stable wormhole known to exist, besides the by-exit Barzan wormhole, which was discovered a few years earlier, which goes between the Gamma and the Delta Quadrant and flits. So that's not completely stable. It's got a stable one end, but it's the other end of it jumps through space. Mm-hmm. This is the only stable point-to-point wormhole known to exist because it's not man-made, but you know what I mean. The prophets made it, so it's created by other beings. So that's why it's a stable wormhole. So you know enough to go, well, we can't shut the Bajoran Denorius belt end of it, but
so we have to close it from this end.
So we have to stay.
You can close it. You can go through the door and close it behind you, and then exit.
Yeah, I was just going to say, can we do it while we're in the
yes.
Tunnel? We could actually do a 180, close it behind us. Prevent the other ships from getting in. But that requires us to have that machinery on board our machine and ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's
Hey,
still
Antoinette,
into
it's
the
me,
Denorius
Morgan.
Belt,
Let's do the thing to get this pulse wave generator disconnected.
All right. So that took like 45 minutes to discuss to get the plan. So you have a plan now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Better than the last time because it took you 2 hours to kind of figure shit out the last time.
We're learning, Jono.
Hey, listen, I have one idea a fucking day. That's it.
We don't have a plan. We did a lot of talking and stuff happened. It's not really.
John, shoot me over Morgan's character sheet, will you?
Oh God. Let me see here. Do I have Morgan's character sheet?
So it's all hands. Let's go.
So you're dealing with 9 Cardassian vessels. They're all closing in. Antoinette and Morgan are down in the thing.
And we are running away.
Yep.
Let's run towards the anomaly.
Only a fool fights in a burning house.
Exactly.
To be honest, I'm sure at this point...
Speaking of, how's that console burning for you?
I don't know, Anne. I'm Morgan. I don't know what Robbie's up to on the bridge right now.
Let's just say his hair is singeing.
What hair?
Well,
it's a safety feature.
Isn't Frank the one who's in charge of fire extinguishers?
Yes. Oh no, not again, not again, not again.
Okay.
Morgan just looks up and down and goes, I did remember to put on my uniform, right?
How did you work?
Great. Good recall. I love it. Excellent recall.
I'm trying to forget about that.
Those were some good moments. At some stage, whenever I have the inclination, I'll have to go back and edit the best of this adventure as a montage.
Oh God, you mean there's a best of?
Oh, listen, there are moments you cannot forget.
Come on, it's this is episode 15, and we do at least 3 hours an episode, so that's a minimum of 45.
For God's sake.
45 to 50 hours of footage. Come on.
John, should I just use the chief engineer character sheet for?
No, I sent you to in the WhatsApp in the chat there of the Facebook chat.
The Facebook Messenger.
The Facebook Messenger has Morgan's sheet there.
Excellent.
So
Right.
everyone has access to that.
Zap, I love your plan.
Yeah.
Now, did
Antoinette.
everybody write down the plan?
No.
The plan is
I'm
in
gonna
the
forget
chat
it in like 6 minutes.
under Zap.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Whenever
never
you go, use the deflector dish, pause stream of time, and get doohickey installed, then fly through and seal it behind us.
Oh, I see the word seal. Can I help?
Yeah, it's called Pat.
Yes, you'll be jettisoned behind us. As a security feature.
Sorry, Pat, we're leaving you behind. Yeah.
Hey, it's
I
all
got
good.
More silicone.
Leave me there with
That's
my
why
silicone.
Jono
I'm
mentioned the
good to go.
expanding foam. Let it fill the area behind us.
You know,
Robbie, Frank, you need to assign tasks for your ship.
No, myself and Antoinette are down in engineering. Morgan and
Morgan.
Antoinette are down in engineering.
It's all good.
Well, no, you're in the starboard phaser control bay.
Right, Antoinette. The first thing I think we should do as a minor action is power down this phaser system so it doesn't blow up in our bloody faces.
That's why I brought an engineer with me.
I got a minor action as well.
Good plan. So
Yeah.
we'll power
Turn it
down
off and unplug it.
Yeah.
So between the two of you, doing engineering stuff, kernel systems.
Put it down. What do we need for the extended task?
Well, taking it out is going to be easier than putting it in because it's designed for a phaser system. So dismantling it, I'm going to say it's going to take only a turn at this stage between the two. So it'll take two characters a turn to do. One person shuts it down, the other one gets the hydro spanner and undoes the stem bolt, right? So I'm going to say that is an easy task. So it's a difficulty of 1 each.
Great.
Which one do you want to do? Do you want to take it apart or do you want to turn it off?
I will turn it off.
Okay, and
Anto.
Hmm?
Turn it off.
I'm turning it off.
Difficulty of 1, you say, John.
Yeah.
And what are we talking?
What am I using for
control and engineering, I suppose, John?
engineering? Control and engineering?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Control engineering.
Okie dokie. And I'm using my, obviously I'm using my computer expertise as well.
Actually, Zap makes a good point there. Do we need to do that on our end to get things ready for when they come over?
Yeah.
You could that would be a very good idea. I would highly recommend that someone goes down to deflector control and start setting up a jury-rigged connection between the primary and the secondary.
I can do that. I'm engineering anyway.
Yeah, so Jerry, get on the case of doing that. So let's say it's going to take an extended task of five extended tasks to set up on the Cuchulain so that you can get your sewing machine up and running. Even though it's only a task of two people doing it on the Defiant, because the Defiant has more to do. They have to get it to the shuttle to get out and stuff like that. Now, the other question is: Are you going to do the shuttle ship-to-ship transfer in normal space or in the tunnel?
In the tunnel, I think, John.
In the tunnel, safety-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the minute we do, we can unfreeze it and we can actually.
Because normal space gives them an extra
be
target.
safe.
Well done, Robbie. Bank of momentum. 2 successes from Antoinette. So Antoinette gets a success. So the doohickey is free of the starboard phaser control bay, and you have hoisted it, and you're now lifting it and moving it on. Okay, so moving on from here.
Myself and Frank.
Still on the Defiant, Captain. Oh, Frank's disappeared for a minute. Right. So Frank and Frank. What are you doing, Frank?
Frank and other Rob.
Yeah. So Robbie, what are you doing?
You guys need to leave the bridge and head down to the shuttle base.
No. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm I'm assuming we've had this conversation on comms and we all know what's going on, John.
Yeah.
It's up to you whether or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to turn around to Worf and just say to him and loop him in and let him know we need to take both your chaffies.
Yeah. Which will be returned.
With an easy determination, roll a charisma check. Roll a convincing check.
Yeah, and use the word borrow, not take.
No, we will return
daring
them.
and
No,
command.
spatial.
Yeah,
Huh?
so get them back.
Daring and command.
Go ahead.
15. Okay.
My high number. Okay. 2 successes.
Yes.
Find the momentum. All right.
We're up to
Worf
3
kind of.
momentum.
Worf does a head palm. And
Listen.
goes, leave now before I change my mind.
Commander, I'm sure we'll return at least one of your shuttles.
Get off my bridge.
Okay, I'm not putting out the fire. Bye. Straight down to the shuttle bay.
Speaking of, how could he just
Prepping.
stand there with no fire for the last?
Some ensign took care of it.
Yeah.
You're grand.
The fire suppression system and some ensign did the job.
So
Cronus
yeah,
Name
All
Right.
officers were all busy.
I'm
Esper.
gonna haul ass down to the shuttle bay and start prepping the 2 chaffies for launch.
Okay. All right. So Robbie's off down to the shuttle bay, prepping for launch. You grab Frank by the collar and drag him down too.
And Frank is going to use his direct action,
Mm-hmm.
which is he's going to provide clear and concise orders. So Robbie, prep the 2 Chaffee shuttlecraft for launch there, please. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
That's a momentum, isn't it?
So the officer attempts a single task determined by the CO. I'm attempting to prepare the shuttles.
Okay.
And the CO assists this with their command discipline.
Yeah.
So, John, would I be right in assuming that to prep the shuttles, it would be presence and con?
Yeah.
Ugh. But Frank can assist me with command and presence, I'm assuming. Or command and control, which one? Presence
Sorry,
or
guys. I
control?
just got an important text message. It's a health and safety thing for work. Just give me 2 seconds.
Sure.
Yeah. Discuss. I will
I will also return in a moment.
Ooh.
I think we
What,
should say
what can we break? What can we break?
Yeah, I think it's momentum all the way. One
Yeah.
for the Defiant and one for the Cuchulain.
Well, we've got 3.
Yeah,
We
we're
shouldn't need
going to
more
need
than 2.
every last one of them for this bit.
Have you used your point of determination yet, Anne? Because
No, I'm holding on to it.
So we still have them as well.
Yes.
Yeah, we should all have them.
No, you've used
No.
yours.
You
Did I
used
use one
yours.
the last time? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I
and
used
Pat,
mine.
And
Pat
Pat's
used
used his, but I've got mine and you've got yours up. And we need
Yeah.
to use them till the last minute.
I wonder, are we likely to be firing
No.
weapons? No. Then
No.
maybe I should help Jerry with the doohickey modification installation thingy.
Yeah, because his
This is a good idea.
send a task. We
Yeah.
need 3 of us. I can help him with that as well.
Well, we might need
We're going to leave Zap alone on the bridge,
we
so.
need you with the computery stuff for the.
Yeah, but I can bring
Those
it down to
things.
4.
It's going to be
There should be an ops console in engineering anyway. The last game, or the last episode, remember that?
Gods, did we leave Beta Shift on the stream on their own?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes, it is.
because we rock.
because you're wrong.
We own it now. We changed the ownership.
Hey, listen, the license plates have been placed under our name.
It's
We went
it's
in
funny.
with
Yeah,
the
we didn't pay today.
We went in with the
Nice.
HTML and changed the ownership.
Yeah.
It's now the
We
USS
need
Beta Shift.
more momentum.
It's not the Cuchulain anymore. It's the USS
It's the
Beta Shift.
USS Beta Shift, yeah.
All right. So, well, I'm back. So, we lost Antoinette as well. I hope Frank's okay. There's Antoinette. She's fine. Right. So I wasn't quite listening. So what did you come up with, Beta Shift?
Okay,
So
well, we
basically-
need a momentum for that anyway, because
Yeah,
that was
so
an
bas-
interruption in the train of thought. It was derailed. That's 1 for each. That's the Cuchulain and the Defiant. Also, Jerry's extended task to get us into the
engineering.
I like it, Robbie. I like it. Very good. I like it.
What we're going to do is we probably need.
That's between you and him, John.
What's that?
That's between you and him. I don't see that challenge.
So we reckon that was going to take Anne, Pat, and myself to do the extended task, i.e., putting the doohickey in.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, it's all working together.
Fly the ship.
Right.
They have to get it over to us first.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sweet.
We're getting it ready for the doohickey.
Yeah, so you could say that the first 4 parts of the extended task is like pulling cables out, getting extended cables, getting the right, trying to figure out what socket, what type of cable you need to use. You get the power, get the transfer, and make sure it goes, because you have to get it send it to the primary and secondary reflector dish. So we'll say that the final roll out of those 5 will be actually planting the machine on the floor and plugging all the cables into it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all right. So here we go. Antoinette and Robbie, Robbie, you're down in the you're prepping 2 shuttles for launch. Antoinette, you're carrying the thingy with Morgan, and Frank's with you, Robbie. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's motoring along here.
Cardi's pew pew. I'm assuming Worf is taking invasive action and hauling.
Yeah, Worf and the crew are doing all that type of stuff while you're down the bells of the ship. So we'll bounce over to me, which means I get to roll 9 times.
I don't like that.
It's okay. He will use all of his threat in 1 round. Actually,
because it's John. Oh yeah, exactly.
Actually, John.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a bit of a dick here, just because I can be.
Mm-hmm.
We have how much momentum, guys?
3.
1, 2, 3. Well, I have it recorded as 4, unless you spent one.
Oh,
no, we didn't.
4. No, we didn't.
If 4 is good, don't contradict the games master.
So, I'm going to spend 2 of our momentum.
Yeah.
For the create problem task.
Okay.
So the Defiant is going to eject some of her warp plasma and trying to create some kind of screen for herself and the Cuchulain.
Right.
Increasing the difficulty of an enemy task by 1.
Okay. All right, so I'll take that, and I'll say that works, and you start ejecting warp plasma from the nacelles and venting them into a cloud, which is going to obstruct at least 5 of the 9 ships. Okay, but you didn't get to obstruct all of them due to Antoinette's complication that we never used earlier on.
No.
All right, so I am rolling for ship number 1. Does nothing. Ship number 2.
Joke.
Also useless.
Joke.
Ship number 3. Oh, ship number 3. He's a good ship. I like him. And ship number 4. Oh, ship number 4 is an even better ship. So you got two Galor class vessels firing at you.
Have we hit the event horizon yet?
No.
No, let the Cuchulains go yet. Oh, look at that. I opened it straight on the Galileo class warships. All right. And they have... Oh, damn. Oh, that's going to hurt. Okay.
Which ship is taking the hit?
So they're firing at the Defiant. Yes. And so these are fully operational ships. So ship 3 and 4 hit with their with their spiral wave disruptors, which a Galore class has a. So, your range.
So the difficulty increased by 1.
1, yeah. So that was. Okay, Anne. All right, Anne. Let me see here. Okay, that was a waste. Let's see this one. That wasn't a waste. All right. So one of the Galore class warships is firing at you. The other one didn't quite make it. All right. So I did spend all of my threat.
Yay!
One, two, one. So, but he gets for damage. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage dice.
Okay.
And go gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Defiant.
So the Defiance resistance is 5.
Yep.
So reduce that damage to 6.
So damage is now 6. Mm-hmm.
And our shields, I think, are
10.
10.
So your shields are down to
40%.
Sorry, yes, right, 40%. So your shields are at 40%. So great, nice work there, Cardassians.
Keep going,
Thank God
guys.
for that, a blade of armor.
Yeah, blade of armor adds +2 resistance. Otherwise, it would have been 3 like the Cuchulain. Okay, now, all right. So well done with the cloud of warp plasma. Obscuring your vision, but you still have 4 Cardassian Hideki class coming in close to you. They have now moved from extended from long range into medium range, which is primary firing range for them. So it's the others and everyone. So they're all closing in basically. They've targeted the coup. They all targeted the Defiant. One got to shoot, and that's what happened. So that was me. And I'll rearrange everybody back into place. Zap's got the virtual background. Oh, excellent! He actually got an overclass. So well done, Zap. Nice one, man. That's great. So loving the virtual backgrounds, guys. I think it's fantastic. So that's they shot. And next. So who's next?
Okay, the Cuchulain.
Cuchulain, yeah.
Right. So what's the Cuchulain doing?
Zap, can you go to warp and can you freeze while you're doing it the wormhole so we can actually ourselves and the.
Why are we going to warp?
Why are you going to warp?
Why are you going to warp?
We want to evade the other two.
Don't need to do warp for that.
No, we need to.
Do we need to be able?
We need to be going to the wormhole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go into the warp.
No. You just fly into it.
Yeah, but how far away are we?
Right beside it.
Okay, well then let's go into it then.
Wormhole ship.
Yeah, I can't see you, John.
Yeah, your camera's still black. It's still loading, John.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Basically, we're in close range.
We were parked right beside it.
Okay.
We're in close range to the wormhole. So
all 3 ships are on except for the Hideki. Yeah.
Am I back?
No.
It will load, John. It takes a minute sometimes when you're the host.
All right.
Okay,
so you're saying we need to move into the wormhole. Which have we got?
But we need to freeze it at a certain point so that the.
Yeah, so we need to freeze it first, then send the Defiant through.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they need to send the. Yeah, we both need to be at the same point.
Yet.
There you are, John. You're back.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But Zap, we both need to go in at the same point because we're going to make the transfers.
No, we have to send the Defiant back first, then reset it for where we want to go. So we're not both going at the same time. It's them first, then us.
There's no point keeping the Defiant out because it's not going to do anything. We do all the work with our disruptors, our deflectors.
Guys.
Yeah.
Just one question.
You can both enter the wormhole at the same time.
Yeah. But where's the doohickey that we need to close it?
Yeah, we're waiting on the doohickey, guys.
We do that in the wormhole, remember?
Yeah, I know, but we need to enter the wormhole at the same point in time.
Isn't that breaking?
No. So what Anne's getting confused is entering the event horizon versus leaving the other end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You can enter the tunnel at the same time. It's how you exit is going to determine what time you're going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. The other thing I wanted to ask is it possible for us to pause?
Yes, you can shut your engines down inside the wormhole.
No.
Oh, you want to pause the exit trajectory? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to pause it for us, but I don't want to pause it for the Cardassians.
Cardassians.
So what you got to do, so what you're saying, Anne, is the plan you need to make is, do you close the entrance first or hold the time frame available for the Defiant to exit first?
Do we need to go out of the time? Like, I mean, we're planning to do this. We're planning to go into this event horizon, right?
Yes.
There's nothing at this moment in time preventing the Cardassians entering it at exactly the same point behind us.
Yeah. So what you need to do is get in there and make the decision whether you're going to use a tachyon beam to hold the time window open at the exit, or do you fly in, turn around, and close the entrance first?
Thank you.
So what are you guys going to do? So what's your priority? Send the Defiant away or stop the Cardassians chasing you?
Stop the Cardassians chasing us.
Okay, do we agree on that?
Yeah, 'cause we need more time then to get the rest of them. No point in letting them fight through and then we're all dead.
Yeah, there's no point in us even trying anything else. We need to close it after not close it, but we need to move the time frame on. So even if the Cardassians enter the event horizon, they're going to enter it at a different point in time.
No. Entering the anomaly is just entering the anomaly. It's exiting the anomaly is the time change.
Yeah.
Yeah, but while
think of entering into the wormhole entrance as going into null space. There's no time in the wormhole. It's all time and no time.
So they chase us through the tunnel, essentially.
Say that again, Antoinette?
So they chase us through the tunnel until we exit at the other point.
So whoever's in the time tunnel is in the time tunnel at all times and no time. It's whatever point you exit.
So we have to go in and close the door behind us.
Yeah. And then we can figure out who leaves when.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we can configure the exit door then once we close
so what do we need to do?
the entrance door.
We go into it and seal it behind us.
Okay, so Zap is on helm.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to pilot the ship into the hole. What do we need to do to help him?
Well, Jerry is down in engineering, getting the it's ready for the doohickey, and now I can help him if I'm not required to fire weapons or anything like that.
Or not.
I wouldn't imagine you are at this point because we're already in the doohickey.
Okay, so I'll help Jerry get ready for the doohickey.
So what can I do to help?
You can use your data from the probe to configure the tachyon beams that we have to fire to set the exits. Because I assume that'll take time to.
Well, the first thing
you have to configure them twice.
The first thing you could do is configure the deflectors for the closing stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought we'd do that after we got to doohickey.
Well, she can still configure the
I
parameters
can still
for the
do them
deflector.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can program it in.
Yeah. Okay, so if I do that now, while you're maneuvering us into the anomaly, Zap, I don't think, and then Jerry and Pat start work on that multi-thingy task, extended task.
I'll meet you down engineering, Pat. Bring a sandwich.
All right, so can we start rolling now? We all know what we're up to?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm the foggiest, but let's roll anyway.
All right, so we're done with the Defiant. We're on the Cuchulain. Does Cuchulain know what they're doing now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerry.
We haven't up to now. What should we be doing?
Robbie, go ahead.
This is an idea.
You are continuing your extended task to patch together a set of hookup apparatus for the pulse wave generator.
So what do I need to roll? So
Just roll for engineering success.
So it would be control and engineering, or
Control and engineering. That would
reason
be
and engineering.
11. One d20.
Two.
Always two D20. Yeah, to start with. And for everybody to know, remind you, you all have 4 momentum.
Okay. So
Can I use momentum to hurry it up, Robbie?
No.
Okay.
All right. So how are we getting on?
Okay.
Oh, actually, John, an extended task, he just needs a number of successes.
Yeah.
So he said it was an extended task of 5, yes?
Yeah.
It's an extended task of 5. Yeah, that's fine.
So you need a total of 5 successes, which means, Jerry, you have none right now.
Yeah.
No successes for Jerry. All right. So who's helping Jerry? Who's down there with him?
I'm helping, so I can only roll 1 dice to help. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do I want to take some momentum? Since we've done
I think we should.
You can't.
Not
can't
on
when you're assisting.
not
because I'm
assist.
helping. I see. I knew that. I was just testing. Okay,
Good. Keep the tests up. See if we can get this going. Come on.
There we go. Right. 1d20. Target number 15. Hold it, bow.
1 success.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. So 4 successes still needed.
Well, actually, unfortunately, because Jerry used the primary of the task and he got no successes, none of Pat's successes count.
Well, bugger. Can I not even make a holdy thing for the doohickey?
Roll. Yeah. Well, I mean, you swept the floor and allowed, cleaned the place up to allow space for it. You know.
Cut the duct tape into sections.
Yeah.
I need help.
So, Anne.
I'm configuring deflectors.
Yeah. So you're.
Reason and science, John.
Yeah, that'll do me fine.
Difficulty 2. To program in the closing sequence for the anomaly from
So
the
researching
other side.
obscure information, shooting an enemy with a phaser disruptor, repairing a transporter pad while under fire. Researching restricted information, shooting an enemy after subspace antenna to altering subspace antenna to overcome interference without the proper tools, which I would say what it is. It's kind of akin to. So that's a difficulty of 3.
And spend some momentum.
Yeah, but I also have focus of transporters and replicators.
You're not using them. You're in an engineering situation. You're using deflector control.
You're modifying the deflector dish output.
Right. There's nothing there. Computers I can't use.
No.
So deflector's not really a tactical system, is it?
Nope. It's a navigational system.
Yeah, navigational aid.
Doesn't come on the computers.
The talent and technical expertise, but that's not.
All right, so you need 3 successes and you have 4 momentum to spend.
So to get 2 dice, we have to spend 3.
No, to do 2 extra dice, you need to spend 3 momentum.
And we have 4 to spend, isn't that
You
right?
need 4 to spend.
Spend 3.
Yeah.
And it is, what is this? Reason and science.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
11 and 13. Yeah, I'd say spend 3 and 2 extra days.
Okay.
Worst comes to worst, you get a success above what you need, and you
Replace the momentum.
replace at least one of the momentum. Yeah.
Okay, so 4d20 and
Okay.
13.
Oh, damn!
Oh, yes.
Shitting.
Ooh, yeah. Good
All right,
So
more
we're back
success
to
needed
2
for that
momentum.
setup. Yeah.
Right. So I have configured the deflectors to
Close the anomaly from the inside of the anomaly.
So it just takes the engineering crew. The engineering crew need to sort their shit out so that they can install the device when it arrives. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
So, Zap, what are you doing for this run?
I'll
getting us
just
into
be
the anomaly.
Oh, you've moved us into the anomaly, right?
I'm moving us
So
into the anomaly.
Yeah. So you're
he's-
part.
He's
Yeah.
moved to long range from the Cardassians again.
Well, you're beyond long
We'll be-
range. You're inside the anomaly. Yeah.
Fly-
So,
fly-
right back. So that's the Cardassians are going to try and shoot at you as you're moving in. All right. So let's see. And those 4 guys are in there chasing after you. So the first guy hits. Oh, no, he's chasing the Defiant, which is still outside. Haha. So he's going to hit the Defiant. So that's 1 hit on the Defiant. And the damage is 4 damage on the Defiant, which is absorbed by the Ablative Armor. Right. Second guy, he misses. All right. Third guy successfully attacks. He rolls and he damn. So he's got good disruptors. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11 points of damage minus.
Reduced by 5, so 6. Reduced by 4, which is the shields. So 2 damage to the system.
2 damage to your structural integrity on the Defiant.
Cool.
We can take it.
Integrity.
We can take this.
We've got it.
Structural integrity is -2. So it's -2 of 6. All right. So if you get 4 more structural integrity, that's a single breach. All right. Right. Here we go. And then the final guy misses. All right. So that's the Defiant done its pew pew. The other Cardassian ships fire at the warp plasma, which is a large target, so that's easy. And 1 guy hits it. Yeah, another guy hits it. He hits it. That guy hits it too. And number 5, he hits it as well.
And the half.
So I'm going to say that's a whole fuck ton of things. So we're going to say, I'm going to split that in 2. You're at long range. So I'm going to do 4 by 4 5s is 20. So that is 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for that. So 9. So 12. And 9 is 21 points of damage. So 21 points of damage for that one. For the warp plasma being exploded, cutting 2 by 50% for the distance. -5 is 16. Your shields are offline. So the Defiant, and let's see where that goes. So that's 3 breaches. First breach goes to the engines. So engines is 1 breach. And then second one is to the weapons. So weapons get a breach. 1 by breach. And then the third breach goes to the structural integrity field, which was already damaged. So that's 1 by breach. So there's 3 breaches on the Defiant. So complications are now at 18 to 20, and your difficulties, repair difficulties are 4. So and the Defiant has only 1 breach left, and she has a warp core breach. Okay.
Yeah, but she's already in the anomaly with us.
She hasn't moved into the anomaly yet. The Cuchulain did, but the Defiant didn't yet. That's why she got shot. And because she was trailing her warp plasma to make a cloud so that they obscured for 9 ships, only 4 ships were able to shoot. But then the 4 that could shoot at the Defiant shot at the Defiant, but the 5 that couldn't ignited the warp plasma before the Defiant could. Caused 21 points of damage. So that's why the Defiant has now got 3 breaches, and 1 more will cause a warp core breach. All right. So that's all the Cardassians.
What is Robbie in fires?
Why didn't Robbie?
She's a tough little ship. You know, if that was the Cuchulain, she'd be exploded by now.
Gone,
Yeah.
She'd be so gone.
Remember the Defiant warship, lads.
That's not bad for being attacked by 6 Galore class and 3 Hideki class. You know, she still survived. And a half a Hideki, yeah. I think it's more of a 10% of a Hideki, because another couple of volleys at that ship and it would have been gone too. Right, so that's my go. So now it's the crew of the Defiant. So what's the Defiant doing, Frank?
Having the fight is I got caught. So a lot of stuff happened there, but where are we with the?
Well, you've just had you and Robbie were down in shuttle control, prepping 2 Chaffee shuttle pods to take yourselves and the pulse wave generator that Antoinette and Morgan are bringing down in the turbo lift at the moment. But you've just been rocked around the clock with the breaches going off everywhere. It's a good thing since the breach has happened to the weapon systems, Antoinette, that you'd already left phaser control. So there's a structural breach on the ship somewhere, and the engines are down.
Is Worf smacking console beside his chair, going, "Perhaps today is a good day to die."
He is indeed. Of course, he's also cursing the crew of the Cuchulain, since he's now having to retreat and he's losing part of his shooty back possibilities. So as I say again, that's what's the Defiant doing now?
Don't care about the Defiant. Let's get. I take it
you're on the Defiant, Frank. So it's good to care about the Defiant.
Let me finish my sentence.
We're on the Defiant till the end of this.
Yeah.
You have 2 shuttlecraft that we're about to get
exactly.
into.
Let's get that device. I presume you're here now. You've been traveling on the turbo lift for some time. So now I take it you're in the shuttle bay. Let's get into these shuttles, get that device on board, and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Frank,
our priority has to be to close this anomaly.
Where's Flora?
What's that?
She's with
Where's
Robbie
Flora?
and Frank.
Oh, is she? Oh, that's okay. Don't want to leave her behind like we did Morgan last time.
Yeah, no, don't leave Morgan behind. Yeah. Right, so
John, I'm assuming we're just doing minor actions.
Minor actions for all this stuff. Yeah. So basically, jump. It's all literally just chuck that thing into the boot, jump into the shuttles, and prep for launch.
Well, in that case,
Frank,
Morgan is
just
going
to
to stop.
clarify, the correct term is doohickey, not device.
Oh, doohickey.
And I take it
Morgan is going to try and be nice.
Wormhole.
How much momentum do we have, guys?
3.
Cool. It was 4. Do we use
No, it's 3 because Anne spent 1.
I spent 1. But actually, I got 4 successes in my last one.
Yeah, but you still have to get 1 more success to actually get the 5th success for prepping the installation of the device.
No,
So,
I got
John.
I configured the deflectors on my last go, and I got 4
you weren't down in engineering. That's not you. Okay.
As we pass an LCAR's interface, John.
Yeah.
Morgan and Antoinette are going to stop very briefly. As Morgan accesses the shield system in order to attempt to control an engineering to regenerate some of the Defiant shields.
Would it not be better just to let the helmsman fly you into the anomaly in this turn?
Well, yeah, he can do that anyway, but Morgan can still give us some shields.
But that's part of Worf's crew.
Yeah.
That's
all
right.
I will help you. I will help you advance along the situation here.
the color.
So
I will help you along
crew is
here.
fighting the ship, basically.
I'll let now that you guys are heading for the shuttles, I will let Worf's crew deal with all that shit, and you guys deal with your part of the adventure. Okay.
Cool. Antoinette, have you got proficiency in small craft?
No, I just have a focus on shuttlecraft operations.
That's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have that. So.
Antoinette, you're pilot 1. I'm pilot 2.
There we go. All right. So who's in what shuttle?
I'm going to take shuttle number 2.
Okay. And who's got? So I presume then the Morgan and Antoinette are in shuttle 1
with the doohickey device.
And
With
Frank is in shuttle 2 with me, with Flora on his lap.
Okay. Flora is now played by Tara.
Okay, I better turn off the camera for this one.
Oh no! Shuttle 1 is Morgan, Antoinette, and the pulse wave. All right, and shuttle 2 is Robbie and Frank and Flora. And Flora. Okay, cool. All right, launch shuttles launching away. Fantastic. All right, so is that the Chaffee? Did you find one off the Chaffee?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make Robbie full screen, big screen here. Nice. Nice.
Hang on. I can get out of my camera's field of view.
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
Just can't hide.
See your head.
There's a small moon at the bottom of that picture.
That's no moon.
That's not a small moon. That's a big moon.
Okay. All right. So well done. So shuttle 1 and shuttle 2 are shuttle 1. Which is Morgan Antoinette, because there's only one shuttle launch bay, so you have to load and launch. So, roll.
Is more important than us.
So roll, Antoinette. Roll for shuttle operations. So that is what's your flight? So
it would be
control and con, right?
And control, yeah.
Con and control and con for shuttle operations.
So you're looking at launching, and you are going to impulse basically to the control and con difficulty 3, John, because we're launching under fire.
Launching on, I will say, well, and then that reduces by 1 because of the Antoinette focus.
Mm-hmm.
Could we not wait until you're in the anomaly and then do the
the Defiant has passed into the anomaly, but still doesn't mean that phaser fire is not going to follow you.
That's what I was trying to.
Can I use Dauntless for this?
What does that do?
Whenever you attempt a task to resist being intimidated or threatened. I'd say I'm fairly threatened right now.
All right, so you're reducing the difficulty by 1 again.
No, it just gives me an extra D20.
Okay, all right, extra D20. So your difficulty was 3; it's down to 2. You have 2 dice. You've now got 3. 3 dice.
Okay.
Roll 3 dice to get 2 successes.
Yeah, well, my target is 9, so we'll wait and see, I suppose. No.
Antoinette gets the shuttle locked in the launch bay. So you're gonna.
I still have my determination. I can re-roll one of the dice.
It'll only get you 1 success. It won't fix the issue.
Do you have momentum?
So you could you can spend momentum, or you can also get Morgan to assist you.
Oh yeah. We'll
do you know what? Morgan is going to Morgan is going to use what's called the override.
Uh-huh.
So he is going to attempt to take the helm onto his station.
Yeah.
Override, by the way, is character takes a task from a character may attempt a task from any other role, but increases the difficulty by 1.
Okay, so his difficulty is 4 because he doesn't have specialties. All right.
So his command and control is control and con, yeah.
Yeah.
How much momentum do we have, guys?
4. No, and got momentum back, so you got 4.
Cool. And his talents are cautious con.
Okay.
So let me have a quick look. So he does have some ability to fly. What does cautious do for us? 135. Cautious. Choose a single discipline when you select this talent. Whenever you attempt a task using that discipline, and you buy one or more d20s by spending momentum, you may re-roll a single d20.
I have that for science.
So, how much momentum do we have? 4?
4.
Cool. Spending 3 to get 2 extra dice.
How about that? 1 momentum.
So 4 dice. And it is control and gun, which is a target of 12. Done. Fuck me, go. Oh, 2 successes. Dang it. Nope.
Don't you get to re-roll one of those?
I do get to re-roll a single d20.
Single d20.
Which is no successes.
All right. He could be assisted by the shuttle itself.
He is assisted by the shuttle's engines and con.
Engines and con is 5. 5. Shuttle pod. Engines 4, con 1.
No.
They're locked in there. All right. So you've entered into the thing. You're locked in there. My go, I believe. Unless Robbie and Frank, you remotely access the launch system yourselves and get the ship to boot them out.
What, like an emergency decompression? Force her out.
Something.
Anything?
Is that like the manual overriding the door? You know, pull the lever, Cron?
Frank doesn't know where that is. So it's
It's doors and Frank.
know where that is.
Well, considering I have a focus in small craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And I have a focus called composure.
Yeah.
Being super stressed at this, I would go, action. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to open the L-Cars interface.
Yeah.
I'm going to navigate to menu 13.1.6.4.
Okay.
And I'm going to open the analysis tab and determine that it's a code 4432.
Yeah.
Something broke. And I'm going to use my...
Is it spooling? Can you reboot?
Robbie, you have a focus on small craft operations, do you?
Yes.
And when you were rolling originally, were any of those rolls lower or equal to your discipline rating that you were using for the roll?
Not yet.
He hasn't launched the shuttle yet, so he's not flying yet.
Okay.
He's trying to fly the other ship at the moment. He's trying to get Antoinette and Morgan out the bay first.
I'm going to hand our shuttle controls over to Frank.
Okay.
And then I'm going to remotely access the launch bay doors.
Okay. So do that. And let's go. Just to do shuttle bay doors is and
gearing and engineering.
I would say no. I'd say it's control and engineering.
I'll take that. It's 13.
Would you have to close the doors and open them again?
No. He's just trying to literally. Antoinette and Morgan were starting the whole operation, so they were doing open the doors, get out, and fly over. But it went horribly wrong. Nothing worked for Antoinette and Morgan. So Robbie's trying to, start the sequence, but their ship is in the way. So they have to go before they can go. So Robbie's going to try and start the launch sequence again, basically.
So failing all that, they do have a small phaser array on it, don't they?
No, we don't. They're unarmed. I wish.
Get out with a hand phaser.
I wish we could Jean-Luc Picard our way out of this, but no.
So it says here under shuttle pods, attacks, none.
Ramming is an attack.
Get it, push.
So, control and engineering, and we have 1 momentum left, yes?
Yes.
Difficulty, John, is
down to the wire. Just open the pod bay doors, please, Hal. It is a difficulty of 2 right now.
cool. I'm gonna spend the last momentum for this one, guys.
Yep.
With a bit of luck.
Nope. Is the ship going to help you?
Can it help me?
Well, you can always get an assist.
From the Defiant.
Yeah, the Defiant's getting fed up with all this.
He's helping you.
So, are you going to call the bridge and go, can someone fucking help me here?
Yeah, get Warp to help you.
So, you can roll on the basic determination, which would be 11. The basic combinations of attributes and disciplines would be 11 for a member of the crew. If you want to use the shuttle pod to help you, it would be comms and security, which would be 7. Or if you try and get the Defiant to help you, it would be comms and security, which would
is
be
11.
11.
We'll go with the Defiant. Why not? She's served us well up to now.
Yeah, the whole point is to get her home.
Oh, you some bitches.
No. So, I believe that's my go.
God's sake.
I believe that's Robbie yeah.
I've rolled too well the whole game. This is RNGesus kicking me in the teeth now.
I'd rather have real dice.
So, 9 Cardassian vessels move within medium range. The Cuchulain's already in the anomaly, so the Defiant has entered the anomaly, so they're firing into the anomaly. So, Galore 1 shoots and hits with, and I'm gonna be nice to you guys. I'm gonna say it's reduced its power by 30%. So, 25%. So it reduces its damage. So the first roll is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage for the Defiant. -5, that's 2 damage.
Did they manage to regenerate any of their shields, John? As Worf's crew fights the ship?
Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, we'll negate that for the guy number 1 for you. Okay, ship number 2 misses widely. Ship number 3, its disruptors are offline. Ship number 4 misses. Ship number 5 misses. Almost gets you. Ship number 6 is fucking useless. Ship number 7 also useless. Ship number 8, it's a good thing these guys are like rubbish.
Numbers count.
And because I've no threat either. And then ship number 9, his weapons are also offline.
And the half.
Because he rolled the complication. Oh, and the half. And he actually hits. No.
And doesn't do enough damage to get past the armor.
He can only watch.
He's sitting there going, ow. Right, so back to the Cuchulain's go.
Okay,
guys.
I think I'm still helping Jerry make a holy thingy.
We're waiting for something.
Okay, so you guys need to roll your successes. Yeah.
Tell you what, John, just before that, I'm going to calm over to the bridge. O'Brien to Cuchulain.
Greetings, O'Brien.
Chief, didn't we leave you back on Deep Space Nine? Oh, sorry, wrong O'Brien.
Jesus.
I may be of assistance.
Are the transporters functional at the minute?
Yes, we have fully functional transporters.
Cool. Lodged in the launch bays of the Defiant, you will find a Chaffee shuttle. Inside the Chaffee shuttle's cargo bay, you will find a pulse wave generator. Please beam it the fuck over there now.
Transporter room, beam it over.
Okay. So with the coordinated to coordinate between the Defiant and the Cuchulain and to lower their shields to do
while
that.
you're at it, get the 5 of us out of here, the 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Transporter room.
So Anne, just to make that roll, and we're going to make that to get the guys off by transporters and lowering shields and coordinating that between two ships while under fire. I'm going to say that is a difficulty of.
Well, John, if I might interject.
Yeah.
You could say it's 2 tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, to raise and lower the shields is going to be 2 separate turns. So Pat will have to lower the shields.
Yeah.
They cannot be raised again in the same turn. And it's
Do we
an
have
action
to lower
for
the
Pat to
shields?
lower the shields.
Right. Okay. Well,
You're
is
not-
it a minor action or an action?
It's action. It's
We not
Raise
tune
lower-
the
sorry,
transporters
it's-
to go through the shields.
My apologies. It's a minor action. Raise and lower shields. Tactical
Yeah.
only. The shields are raised or lowered. If the shields are down, the ship has shields of 0. When raised, they go immediately to their maximum or the previous score.
Yeah.
You cannot raise and lower shields during the same round.
Mhm.
As we know in the lore of Star Trek, unfortunately, transporters cannot go through shields unless there's some plot reason for them to do so.
They did with the Phoenix. Because
Yeah,
they
we
recycled.
modulate the shields to the same frequency.
If you guys know the frequency our shields are on, can you not tune the
Yeah, but that's going to take. It'll be something similar. You'll have to start communicating, send codes, and remodulate and stuff like that. So it would be either communicate with the other ship to get the your frequencies, or just lower the shield, beam them over, and deal with it.
Now we could, John, if you want to, use the modulate shields task, but modify it. Instead of gaining the resistance buff, we gain the transporter can pass through me buff.
Might be simpler, just drop the shields.
It's a difficulty 2 task, control and security.
So it's either drop the shields, difficulty 3 beam through, or beam over because you're under fire, or it's going to be modulate the shields and make sure the mutations are all at the right frequency to pass through while under fire, which is going to be rolling on both sides to make sure that that's all stays stable while transporter patterns travel through.
Pat, drop the shields.
I think we just drop the
Just drop the
shields.
shields.
Just keep it simple. Drop the shields.
Considering
Right.
they're shooting at the Defiant anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
drop the
not
shields, communicate with the Defiant, minor actions on both ends. Okay, so nobody has shields up, and
Okay, then I need
Moving
to. What do I need to do? I need
beam them
to.
up. You need
You're
to
beaming the device and the rest of us off the ship, off the shuttles.
Yeah, I know. But I need to
What do you
roll.
roll?
What do I need to roll?
So
Well,
and
this-
you need to roll your
Control engineering difficulty 2. And
difficulty
you're
3.
assisted.
You
You're
have
assisted by the
focus.
sensors and engineering.
I do have a focus on transporters.
Well, then reduce it down to 2. Knew that
And
would
then
come in handy someday.
Okay.
And you're
Uh,
assisted by the sensors and engineering for the
I
ship
should
for the
assist in
controller.
engineering, yeah.
so,
Antoinette's just popped over to the replicator.
so 9 and 4 is 13.
But I'm here.
Pat, Zap, or Jerry, do you want to roll for the ship?
I can roll for the ship, yeah. What do I roll?
Wait, now hang on, Jerry.
Okay, you roll
I
first.
want to
then.
ask one question.
Yeah.
How many momentum do we have?
None.
No.
Nobody has. Don't have threat. You don't have momentum.
I like this game.
So
She has a point of determination. Can that help in anything?
Yes, shit.
what is that?
Okay,
Um,
so I have 3.
We'll give her an automatic success.
You have your point of determination if you want to use
It
that.
depends. And what are your values as you have them listed on your character sheet?
My values on my character sheet are IDIC, individuality, optimistic, and existential reasoning.
I'm sorry to say I don't think any of those would be relevant
Much
to the
good,
particular
no.
sit-
So Anne could spend her one and only point of determination to gain two successes, as if she'd rolled a 1.
Mm.
And what's the difficulty of this one?
Well, sorry, you gain an extra dice that is determined to have rolled a 1,
Which is
Okay,
2
so
automatic successes. It's just
but you still
But I
get to
have
but you still get
3.
to roll to
I still
so-
have 3 to roll.
3.
yes, but we could use this and just to generate momentum.
Yeah. So if I roll 3 dice,
No, you're rolling 1. You're rolling your normal 2.
But did I not get an extra one for my?
You don't roll that. It's
don't
considered
roll
to
it.
roll the 1.
It's already 2 successes. Just roll your 2 dice.
So roll your 2d and roll your 2d20. Control and engineering.
1 success. So all good. So that's 3 successes.
And the ship
finally,
needs to roll.
So let's just recap here. So the guys have run from the phaser control bay and dismantled one of the pulse wave generators. Morgan and Antoinette have hefted that across the ship into the turbo lift, while Frank and Robbie left the bridge with a bit of conflab there. A very successful conflab from Frank to Worf to convince him to allow you to take the pulse wave generator. Robbie and Frank, Morgan and Antoinette, and Fulora all headed down to shuttle control of the Defiant down on deck 4. They bundled themselves into the two readied 2 Chappie shuttles for launch. However, Antoinette, her fingers were so sore after carrying the pulse wave generator, she couldn't get any of the codes working for opening the pod bay doors or getting the shuttle's engines online. Robbie attempted to take to control their shuttle from his shuttle, while Frank took control of their shuttle, and nothing went right. As you're all trying to figure this out, and is listening in on the comms and back on the Cuchulain, just goes, "God damn it! Just lower the shields and beam them over." So as you guys are trying to figure out how to operate what you could consider, a shuttlecraft system from the future, and it's not working out for you guys, you feel that tingle and you hear that tinkle and noise of the transporter as you all beam off the Chaffee shuttles, and you find yourselves materializing on the transporter pad of the Cuchulain. So all members of the Cuchulain are now back on board the Cuchulain with a piece, bar 1, with a piece of future technology that needs to go from the transporter room down to deflector control, which I believe is on deck 12 and 13. So you guys
were affected of a site-to-site transport?
No, because it was too dangerous in the wormhole, so you needed the buffers to go into the transporter room. So you're on deck 4, deck 3 or deck 4 of the Cuchulain. You needed to get it down to deck 13. That is where we're going to leave it tonight.
Okay, so just to summarize further, after 5 months, so we started off with everybody on the Cuchulain and no clue what was going on, and after 5 months and how many hours of playing, everybody's on the Cuchulain and we have no clue what's going on.
What the fuck is going on?
No, we're down 1.
Oh yeah, we're down 1. Sorry.
Who we lost?
We're down Jono.
Yeah.
No, Jono's still flying.
On the planet.
Oh yeah, but he's fine.
Jono's still flying.
He's great.
He's got 15 days of rations.
He's got 15 days.
And he can do a weird phase cloak thing that are definitely against the Treaty of Algeron, but we're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, listen, the Treaty of Algeron.
I'm trying to. I'm pushing for us. Comms is like, guys, hello. Is anybody out there?
Damn it! I thought we were rid of him.
You can get some rocks, John, and write SOS.
Can you make some sort of rudimentary lathe? Right, so with that, we're going to leave it there. Everyone's back on the Cuchulain. The Defiant is still there. You need to send them home. Well done. That was an awful lot of stuff to get through. Everybody with a few rolls and nods and pushes, you figured it all out, and you're on the road home. You're moving along home. So
we're on the
way closer to the finale. Didn't get to do it tonight, so we'll do another one in, I don't know, 6-8 weeks, maybe, at Christmas. I don't know. We'll figure out when we can all get back together again and do another episode. So, excuse me. Any final words from Robbie? Final words.
The easy way or the
How
hard
do you want to do this? Well, okay, Frank.
I want to create plan A, B.
Yeah, I want to see if this ship has a pub.
Roll 10 forward. You've already been there for the last 2 years.
Sorry, I was trying to do that in an English accent. I want to see it as a pod.
And
I'm
we,
going to see if
we
there's
live on a Nova class. It's 3 forward.
yeah. Antoinette, any last words?
Let's get this McGuffin to the thingamabob.
The two-headed Anne and Pat.
Monster, that is, yeah.
Cardassians really suck.
Yeah, but so do teammates when they don't play right. I like sucking when it's done right.
Zap, who's got an awesome Cuchulain background, bridge background.
Red alarm in Packlet.
Red alarm.
I don't have a helmet big enough for that.
Jerry, last words.
Another enterprise.
This was fun.
All right, and with that, I'll end the broadcast. Look out on the Cuchulain page or the announcements of the YouTube channel. This also goes out on my personal Twitch. I have no idea how that works, but it's there anyway. Guys, take it easy. Great night. We got so much done. See you soon.
Bye.